What's good? What is good, chat? Happy Halloween. Welcome to PFM TV. We got a great show today for you guys. We have Hunter from Maven Funding coming on. That is going to be awesome. We're going to be giving away some Maven funded accounts, as well as, of course, some of our favorite sponsors, Blue Guardian, Top One Futures. Great show, man. I mean, Halloween special. I'm not one for, I don't do big costumes. I did the classic Scream mask. I definitely cannot keep this mask on for the whole stream. That's for damn sure. But I think whenever I'm in a trade, we got to have the Scream mask on. We got to use the magnets, the hammer, and it might give us some special luck. We'll see. I wonder what Hunter's going to come. Hunter's wearing a costume too. I wonder what he's going to be. I'm not going to tell you guys. It's got to be a surprise. But here we are. Let's end the week strong. Find some trades. Do a little interview with Hunter. Learn about Maven Funding. I don't know anything about this guy. I've seen him a little bit. He's actually been on ASFX TV a couple of times, but I haven't talked with him much. So it'll be a good stream, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Yesterday was really good, man. Yesterday was an amazing stream. I had a great conversation with Wilksy, and we took winning trades. I mean, we killed it yesterday, which was sick because, Monday, Tuesday, pretty rough. We were red. We were not doing that great. And then Wednesday, Thursday have just been bangers. I'm up. I'm green for the week. So really want to keep it like that. So we'll be careful. I mean, this market is still just ripping to the upside. So that's kind of annoying, but we'll see. We'll see if we can short this thing into the ground, or we're just going to keep going long. Who knows, man? Who knows? What's going on with you, though, chat? How we doing? I'll get my screen up. Hold up. What is going on, chat? By the way, we still have our spooky Halloween promo over at Prop for a Match. All right, let's pull that up. You still got, how many hours? Let's see. Exclusive spooky deals. You got 18 hours left. So you still got a little bit of time, but you will get some really specific, awesome Halloween flash sale deals. Most of the firms are going to be using code MATCHSPOOKY. We got a lot of CFD firms on there. Blueberry funded, 35% off. Bright funded, 30. We got Maven on there. Seacrest Markets. We even have Top One Futures, part of the Halloween deal, 55% off. You are not getting a better promo in the entire futures industry. You are not going to find a better price for instant funded futures accounts or challenges. Thanks to Prop for a Match. Shout out PFM. But yeah, guys, I mean, what are we going to do today? How are you doing, chat? How we doing? I see Wendy's in the chat. Stop screaming at us. Zach, am I going to be in that costume for the whole session? Absolutely not, bro. I'm already getting tired of it. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to just put the mask on when I'm in a trade. All right. I think that'll be enough. I don't know what, what Hunter's going to be. I know his costume, but I don't know how in depth it's going to be. So we'll see. We'll see. Is John dressing up? I don't know. John is up. John doesn't come on the stream on Fridays. John has a regular schedule where he comes on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So no John today. It's just me and you guys from 8 to 9:30. We'll make it work. We'll have some fun. And yeah, man. Hunter is mad guy. Mad guy? What does that mean? But yes, sir. Code Match Spooky. How we doing, guys? Yep, I see Dino in here. I see Nicoletta. Good morning. We got Wendy, we got R6, Benjamin, Taj, Vi Legacy. What's going on, fam? Good to be back, man. Good to wrap it up with you this week. I think it's going to be a good day. I'm feeling good, even though this market is kind of we had this really clear sell-off, thank God. We needed that pullback. It was just healthy for the market. What do we do today? Really not sure yet. Really not sure. I can go over my key levels. This day is going to be something, I'm telling you. Yeah, guys, also smash the like button. Smash the like button if you haven't yet. Helps us with the algorithm, helps other people see the show. You know, because we're growing. We got to keep growing. All right. All right, that's enough for the mask for now. What's going on, chat? Yeah, markets. Halloween. I feel like, you know what would be sick is if the market sells off on Halloween to be like scary, you know? Ooh, scary. Market sells off. Market sells off all the way to the new week opening gap. That would be fire. That would be absolutely fire. If you guys notice, I made my charts a little darker because I just feel like they're way too bright. You know, I've been interviewing so many people that are using darker charts, and I used to use dark charts. And then I went to white, and I like it, but I think I needed like a darker gradient. You know what I mean? Let me know, guys. Are these W colors? Are these colors good? My background's a little darker. Should I go even darker? I don't know. Scream 7 is on TV right now. You know, I feel like what's funny is, like, this is the most classic Halloween mask, right? I feel like I haven't even ever watched a Scream movie. I know I've watched, what's that comedy? Scary Movie. Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3 or whatever, and like Scream is always in that one. I've seen those movies. I don't know if I've actually ever watched Scream, the movie. Was it scary? Like, was that actually a scary movie? Because I've always just seen, you know, that classic comedy Scary Movie 1 and 2 where they just like make fun of it all day. Yep. Ghost Rider left and Zach came on, guys. All right, cool. We like the chart theme. Like, I mean, I haven't changed it too much, you know, we just kind of made it a little darker. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll stick with it. I think it's not bad. I kind of like it to all be one color. I'm seeing like a gradient in here. Yeah, like, what if I made it solid? Yeah, I think we need it solid though. Okay. It's a little easier on the eyes. You know what I mean? Nah, if you're going to do darker, you need to do lighter candles. I like your bright white charts. Yeah, I do too, but I'm really starting to think like, you know, I stare at screens all day. I stare at screens here on stream, and then I like do other, you know, making a YouTube video or like working on a course or whatever the case may be. I'm just always at a screen, bro. Like, so I either need to be one of those guys that uses those glasses, like those Blu-ray protective Blu-ray. You know what I'm talking about? Blue light glasses that like protect your eyes long term, or I got to go darker chart because, you know, the brightness on your eyes could really hit you sometimes. Just don't say I didn't watch Final Destination. No, I've seen Final Destination. Yeah, definitely. Classic. I do think there's an 80% setup in play today, guys. So that's one thing I'm noticing. I already have my volume profile levels marked off right here. We got previous day's point of control coming in at 26,048 on the NQ. And we have not engaged it yet. So we do have an 80% setup in play. One thing I've learned, don't fade the 80% setup, you know? Earlier this week, we had maybe one day where the 80% setup did not play out, but that's when we were just ripping to the upside with no pullback. I feel like now we're pulling back. I think we might be getting, you know, back into like a more realistic, like rational market condition. So pulling back to the previous day's point of control, I'm actually liking this more and more. I'm actually liking this a lot. Now, it depends on when it happens. Could we rip up to previous day's high and then get a sweep like this? This could definitely happen too. Like maybe we just rip from here and then consolidate and drop it down. Or ideally, I would actually like us to maybe, I see some equal highs right here from yesterday's London session. Maybe we come up, sweep these, tap into this imbalance right here. And maybe we can get a short down to the POC. You know, we have an 80% setup in play and we've built up some low resistance liquidity right here. So I'm actually liking this a lot. I think we have a good idea on our hands. You know, actually, the more I look at this, I like it. We know roughly 80% of the time market's going to engage the previous day's point of control. Okay, we finally had a decent sell-off yesterday. We've had some displacement to the downside. Now market pumps up in the late afternoon, and really Asia and London have been pretty lackluster. Like not much has happened here. Just consolidation. We're ranging, kind of breaking out a little bit. But this We have this as an 80% probability that the previous day's POC is going to get tapped. So we build up low resistance liquidity right here. Like that's even better, adds confluence to our idea. So yeah, maybe at the open, if we like, I think we can find a short down to there. Or no short setup presents. Maybe we look for a long, maybe it still comes down to the POC and we get long here, because this could really act as your line in the sand for like the overall daily bias, this point of control. As long as we hold above it, like if you're less inclined to go short and fight the trend, you know, just if you can wait for a retracement to the POC, I think this is just a really clear line in the sand, okay? Like just clear line in the sand. If we break back below, chances are we're coming down towards previous day's low, but if we hold above it and you find some type of bullish structure form, I think you're in a good spot. What do you guys think? Anyone agree with that? Disagree? What's your guys' bias on the indices? ES looks pretty much identical. Let's actually get our volume profile up for the ES though. I haven't marked it yet. Ooh, and that's interesting. I didn't realize ES filled the new week opening gap, guys. Damn. I don't think NQ did. I'm pretty sure NQ has not filled the gap yet. Yeah, NQ, its gap is way below. So a little bit of a SMT divergence right there. Yeah, look at that gap fill, man. Beautiful. But okay, let's get our volume profile up. When do you think I'm spot on? It's good to know. People agree. Dharmesh, you can't see it? Can't see my analysis? What can't you see? All right, guys. So here's a little quick class on how I get my volume profile levels up. I use SVP, Session Volume Profile. This is the current day, right? So I'm using the previous day's profile. This is what I look at every day. So we have previous day's value area high coming in right here. Okay, so on ES, that is at 6,906. If you notice, I have all of my levels marked off right here. So just, I can get to them really quickly. I don't need to like retype everything out, you know? Previous day's value area low coming in at 6,873. Guys, mark these levels, okay? These are my key levels. So if you're trying to follow the way that I would trade, make sure you have these levels on your chart. Previous day's low, obviously we'd have that. 6,851. And then, oh, I missed to the point of control though. Previous day's point of control, bam, right here. So ES has been holding its previous day's point of control as support for the time being, but we're really just building up a lot of liquidity here, all these stacked lows. So I don't know. I got a good feeling we'll sweep that out at some point. All right, so we mark that off. And then all I do, I make a little folder. All right, so this is how I keep everything organized, guys. I make a little folder with my levels. I label it previous day's volume. Then just put them in the folder. There we go. Yeah, we'll run some giveaways, guys. But chat, you know, if you guys ask me to run giveaways, that's when I feel like I don't want to. I need to want to do it, you know? We got a lot of accounts to give away. We'll definitely do one real soon. We got 40 people watching and only 17 likes though. So let's get everyone in the chat to like the video, and maybe then we'll get a giveaway going. Let's try and get up to like 40 likes. Should we say it's a drop and a pump on NQ at 930? Yeah, I think that could be really very realistic, Benjamin. Drop and a pump, sweep and a pump, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think that's very probable. Because then you kind of get best of both worlds, right? Like we could get our pullback to the previous day's point of control, fill out the 80% setup. And then if the market wants to keep ripping and continue the trend, that's fine by me. Good question, Hell Saint. So in regards to the volume profile, I only look at it on the 30-minute time frame. So that's where I get my levels, okay? My volume profile levels are taken from the 30-minute time frame using the session volume profile. That's the way I was taught, and I'm telling you right now, I've experimented with different time frames. I've looked at lower time frames, higher time frames. 30-minute is just key. It gives me the most accurate levels, and it also comes from like the same school of thought with market profile, right? Because market profile, which is the precursor to volume profile. In my opinion, the volume profile is a more refined tool that, it captures what the market profile was trying to do. That's my opinion. Some people like market profile still. I think the volume profile is like it's just a much better tool that kind of built itself off of the concepts of the market profile. But point being, market profile is based around the 30-minute time frame. So we mark our levels on the 30-minute time frame. SMT with YM at 1920. Okay, I'll take a look at that. I don't really watch SMT on YM just because YM moves so differently these days from the ES and the NQ. I like to only look at my SMTs on ES and NQ. It's just a personal thing, but that's definitely something to note. We'll take a look. Wendy says, need a short video on that folder. I've been wanting to ask about that a lot. I mean, that's it, Wendy. I just literally just make a folder. I just put my lines in, put my levels, make a folder, label it, drop all the levels in the folder, and then I could just get rid of them. It took out those lows as you predicted on ASFX TV. Yo, it did. I mean, so yeah, guys, later in the PM session, I went back on stream on ASFX TV and we were short again. And we were targeting the equal lows, which were the draw and liquidity the whole day. Like, this is what we were focusing on. If you guys remember this, we were actually like, at first I was considering longs yesterday morning. I was thinking like longs make a lot of sense because we swept out some liquidity. We got a 5-minute inversion. I was looking for longs like right here. Where was it? Yeah, so we had this inversion, right? And I was considering looking for longs right here. But I didn't end up taking it. Remember, we were about to take it. I gave out the idea. I was like, okay, this looks good. But then I just zoomed out real quick. Thankfully, I zoomed out and I went, oh, damn, we have perfect equal lows right here. So at that point, longs were off the table because equal lows, like, I don't want to fade those. And we actually flipped our bias, right? So then we used another inversion. We had this 5-minute inversion right here. And we got short after we closed down here. I think I might still have them. Yeah, this was the short I took. We took this short on stream and we took one more little scalp in here. And then this is the trade I took on stream on ASFX TV. So we just shorted all day and it was beautiful. But the whole point was to take out those equal lows. That was the whole point of the setup. And yeah, so we had the draw correct. It was a good call out for sure. How many giveaways are there today? Definitely, we're giving away 8 accounts at the minimum. But also Hunter from Maven is coming on. So I think he's going to give out a few accounts too. Is the session volume profile available on the standard TradingView subscription? I think so. I don't even remember. I think I have some type of premium version, but I don't have like the top premium. I have like whatever the first premium version is. So I do pay for TradingView. I know that. I don't remember which like plan I have, but I know I don't have the most expensive plan. I have like the first plan where you start paying, because that's the one where you will get like, you'll get volume tools. When is Dumb Guy gonna come? Oh yeah, because his handle is Dumb Guy Hunter, right? He'll be on at 9:30. 9:30. Is scalping in gold more risky than swing trading? Nothing is inherently more risky than something else when it comes to trading different instruments. It's just about who you are as a trader, what makes sense to you, Will I consider sessions like sweeping Asia? Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Like, I know we're just ripping up in the pre-market right here. But I think we're building up liquidity that coincide with the Asia session and London session low. So I would like a move down here. And you could look for longs in this overall zone, right? Let me clean this up. We also have a nice fair value gap right here. So like, I really think this is just like a pretty obvious zone. So if you don't want to short, which I understand, and you just want to follow trend, I would still not get long here. I would be waiting for something like this. At a minimum, I'd wait for something like this. We pull back. Whenever we pull back, take out all of this low resistance liquidity, tap into the imbalance, hold previous day's point of control, and then make it up. So That's definitely an idea too. Like if we miss the short down to this, we could take longs if it makes sense. I mean, if we just keep ripping lower, then there's no long. But if we get some type of inversion in this area after bouncing from the POC and the fair value gap, that's how we start building out a setup. So I don't know. I think the market, either way, whether it's long or short, I think there's opportunity. It doesn't look like a bad setup here. Gotcha. Thanks. Trying it with 15 minutes. I mean, Hellsaint, I would say use the 30 minute. That's how I teach. So, I mean, go ahead, experiment on your own though. And Josh is in the chat. Good morning, brother. Bielka, good morning. Dino, good morning, everyone. Zach, did you get yesterday's previous day's POC on the drop? I got the equal lows. Yesterday's POC, wasn't the POC like way above us yesterday? I got the equal lows. You might have just hopped on. We were just talking about it. Remember those 1 hour equal lows, Josh, that we were trying to target? I got those. On stream. It was really nice move, really nice short. I think I have a markup in here somewhere. I think I posted a markup. Yeah, this is the last short that I took. This one was in the PM session. So swept that high. We had a little inversion somewhere in here on the lower time frame, got short, and the equal lows were all the way down here. But again, I'm just taking the low hanging fruit. I was able to capture 200 ticks or 50 points. It's enough for me, build on my profit. So we were up 700 per account on my Tradeify funded accounts, and then 300 each on Apex. So yeah, solid day. Yeah, nice move though right here. We also had SMT right here. There were so many reasons to keep sticking to the shorts. Did Hunter join already? I don't see him. I don't see Hunter yet. Nah, he'll be on at 8:30. 8:30. Sorry, he'll be on at 9:30. As always, all our guests come on around 9:30. Don't forget we have 8:30 reports. Oh yeah, okay. 3 minutes. We got red folder news. Sick. Maybe I'll put the mask back on for the red folder news. Dino copies all my trades. Damn. Well, it should be working out for you. It should be working out. We've been doing well on stream. Let's pray manipulation should not dominate. Yeah. Hola, folks. Let's conquer this day. Good morning. Good evening. Sam the Trader. What's up? Mayank's in the chat. Hello, hello. Oh, the naked POC. Is that what you're talking about, Josh? Was there a naked POC? Let's take a look. There probably was. I think you're right, Josh. Hold up. And thank you, Wendy, for pointing that out. Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't realize this. So listen, guys, sometimes we'll come within like a tick of that POC, but who cares? Like, this is good enough. This is valid. This was also a draw. Okay. That's the point. This was also a draw on liquidity. This naked point of control from the other day. This was from Monday. Yeah. Really good point, dude. Really good point. I forgot about that. Honestly, I was just more focused on those 1 hour equal lows, but this was clear. This was solid, man. Good spot. Honestly, yeah, good eye. And thanks, Wendy. Dude, it shows you guys are like understanding the concepts, which is sick. Yeah, we nailed those short calls. Yeah, we really did. Mondays. Okay, sorry. I'm going through the chat a little late. It was Monday's previous day's point of control, not yesterday's. Yep. Yeah, good call out, man. Seriously. I didn't even think about those. Those were not on my mind at all. But it definitely added confluence for sure. What configuration do you have on the ICT kill zones indicator? Yeah, so my ICT kill zones indicator is like super simplified, because when you first get it on, like the default settings, there's so much crap on there, so much unnecessary stuff, right? I could just go through it real quick. I don't even remember, but basically this is the point. Like, you can figure out the settings, because if all you want is what I want, which is all I want is the session boxes. Okay. Kill zone boxes. I just want the Asia, London, and PM session kill zones, so I could refer back to them as levels. Like, that's it. So for me, Asia session is blue, London session is green, and then New York AM is gray, and then PM session is red. Here are the settings. These are the times I use. This is on UTC 4 Eastern Standard, military time, whatever. You just got to play around with it, play around with it. Pretty much everything else I have off. Like if you notice, there's nothing else I have marked on here. Everything else is totally disregarded. So pretty much just play around with the settings until you get to the point that all you have is the boxes. If that's what you want, that's what I want, What is Hunter going to be dressed up as? I don't want to spoil his costume, I think he did tell me what he's going to be. But you'll just have to see. He's probably going to have a better costume than me. I'm lazy, man. I was always lazy with Halloween. I've never been like super extra about costumes. Just give me a mask. I'll go out to the party, have some beers. Like, that's enough for me. Subscribed to the channel. Thank you, bro. Where is Hunter? He'll be here at 9:30 a.m. Which session do you usually take trades in? Do you think the New York session is the best one? Yeah. Yeah. Point blank, I like New York session. Thankfully, I'm based in New York, so it's easy for me. I think London session is fine. And I think if you have to trade Asia session, or you're in a time zone where Asia session is better for you, you got to play around with different instruments. It's kind of hard to trade Asia session on US indexes. It just is. I would say take a look at gold. If you're trading Asia, gold moves well in the Asia session and the London session. So maybe something like that. And this is going to sound like, because I make fun of Forex a lot, but honestly, like maybe a yen Forex pair in the Asia session, You could still trade futures. Like you could trade the futures yen contract. You can trade USD yen on the futures contract. So saying the truth, this week has been hard for me on NQ. Yeah, it's been a weird week. It's been tough. Like we ended up doing well at the end, but it was a tough week for sure. NQAM. Yeah. Hunter will be on at 9:30, my dude. I guess people are excited for Hunter. That's going to be a good one. Okay, good morning, Zach. Put on a green shirt, wrap yourself in Christmas lights, plug yourself in at the party, and let everyone bring, Mustang Trader. Oh my God. We got to get you on. You want to come on Prop for a Match TV soon? We got to get Mustang Trader on PFM TV. If any of you guys don't know, go follow Mustang Trader on X. He's not a big influencer, but the dude prints money. All right. I've seen him have 100K months copy trading like 50 accounts. Great trader. We got to get Mustang Trader on. Shout out Mustang Trader. You're the man. Asia session is good for gold. You were talking facts. Entered morning hours gold. I'm in profits. Yeah, for sure. It's good in the Asia session. Yeah, he's coming. He'll be fun. Analysis is perfect. Yeah, I think we got a good read today, guys. I really do. I think we got a good read. Damn, Garo says it's my first day on one of my funded accounts on Fivers, and I made $850 today. Dude, fire. That's amazing. Shout out Garo, guys. All right, it's 8:30. We got 50 people watching. Do we want to do a little giveaway? Maybe I got to wear the mask on a giveaway. You know what I'm saying? We got 50 people watching, but with 31 likes. Can we hit 50 likes? And then I'll put the screen mask back on. We'll run a giveaway. Shavam, good morning. Yeah, Hunter is well known for sure. He's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, guys. I don't know. We have been printing, though. Like, we have been seriously calling out really good moves. I thought this week we were going to be red too, honestly. Like on Monday and Tuesday, I was like, damn, man, this week is not going to be a good one. I think like we're going to have a red week on stream. And then freaking Wednesday and Thursday just made up for it tenfold. That's really important, man. Like keep your losing days smaller than your green days. Just do everything in your power to make that happen and you'll be okay at the end of the week. What up? Free movie Junctions in the house. All right, we can run a quick giveaway, guys. Quick giveaway because we're just wait. Oh, wait. Wait, when was the news? It was 8:30. What? Did nothing even happen? Wait, yo, there's no red folder news again, man. Okay, this is because of the government shutdown, right? That's why this is happening, that we're not having red folder news any day. Like, that must be the situation here. Can anyone confirm that? Do we not have red folder news anymore because there's the government shutdown? Is that what's going on? Because I'm getting tired of it. Because without news, all the market does is go up. So I'm getting really tired of it, bro. Yeah, government shutdown. They need to figure their crap out. I don't know if I could curse on stream if that messes us up, but they need to figure their shit out, man. Freaking make the government work and give us our red folder news because you're making NASDAQ harder to trade. All right, we're at 48 likes. I'll run a giveaway, fam. Let's do it. Hold up. Hold up. All right. We ready? What do we want to give out today? Maven accounts are going to be given out probably later. Or hold up. Let me double check that. Yeah, now let's give away 2 top 1 futures accounts. Let's go. All right, this is what you're going to do. To enter the giveaway in the chat, I want you to type in Match Spooky, which again is the code for the Halloween flash sale. So just in case you don't win an account today, you can still get the best deals possible with code Match Spooky. So type that in the chat, and that's how you can enter. There we go. They're coming in. Keep them coming. I wish I had like one of those like pickaxes or something as a prop. You know what you gotta do? Like when I first came on, I wasn't even talking. You just go like this, you tilt your head. That's always like creepy. All right, what do we got? I'll give you guys 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I gave you an extra second because I'm nice. All right, that's it for the entries. Let's go. Let's fucking go. All right, hold up. All right, chat. Wait, I got to get the list. I got to get the list going. Maybe one day when Prop Firm Match gets really big, I could have like a full-blown technical producer to run the giveaways. Until then, we're getting it done myself, you know? All right, we're getting the list. Here we go. Beautiful. All right, chat. All right, we ready? All right, let's go. On 3. Hold up. Do one of these bad boys. Wait, I want to do let's do a gong. Soul Sustenance, you're the winner. Congratulations. I feel like you've won before, but I don't think you won this week, so I think you're good. Let us know, though. Let us know in the chat. Remind me if you won this week, because if not, we got to go again. I don't think you did, though. I think you're good. Remember, you're not going to be able to, like, I might not remember if you won on a specific week, but, you know, the support team's going to know. So you're not going to get away with it if you did win this week already, but I don't think you did. So, all right, let us know you're in the chat. And to claim your accounts, I'll show you what you do. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to X and you're going to go to PFM Supports. I'll link this in the chat for you. What? Garu? You're not the one who won, bro. Yeah, we're going to give away Maven accounts for sure. Oh, wait, he won? Oh, okay. We're running it back. Sorry. So Soul Sustenance. Sorry, guys. I didn't see the chat. All right, let's get it back. We'll do another spin. Thank you for being honest. All right, let's go. Stoic Capital. I like that name, dude. I like that YouTube name. You deserve to win. Stoic Capital. Shout out. You're going to get the Top 1 Futures account. Shout out Stoic Capital. You definitely have not won, so that account is yours, bro. Again, all you're going to do, go to PFM Support. I'm going to throw it in the chat for you. Just DM them. You got to contact them, and they'll get you hooked up. Let's go. All right, let's run one more. Let's run one more, chat, at least. I got like 10 accounts to give away, I think, all together today. So we could do it. We could afford to run one more. Hold on, I like this gong. No, I can't make an exception. No, sorry, bro. Yeah, okay, we'll do a Maven account next, but this one's for Top 1 Futures, okay? So one sec. I like this gong. Drum roll is kind of corny. This thing is way sicker. Ready? Eric Damity. Eric Damity, you're the winner. You won Top 1 Futures, my friend. Let's go. Don't worry, guys. I'll run another one in a little bit. Top 1 Futures. Again, just go to PFM Support to claim your account. That's it. That's all you got to do, man. Life is easy. The gang is fire. This is the best Halloween ever. I think it's gonna be. We gotta take some trades soon. All right, guys. Listen, I don't want to do giveaways all damn day, but let's do one more. Let's do a Maven account, and I'll give everybody another opportunity to get in. The drum roll is scarier than your mask. I'll give everyone another chance to get in. In the chat, type match spooky again. Let's do it again. Right now. I already said match spooky, so just do it. But this will be for a Maven account. Go, get the entries in. I'm giving you guys like 30 seconds. So if you miss it in 30 seconds, it is what it is. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's it. All right, here we go. New list. All right, guys, we ready? All right, this will be for a Maven account. Maven 20K account, all right? Here we go. Hold up. Muher Yunus. I know I butchered that name. Muhazer Yunus. All you, man. Congrats. That's for a 20K Maven account. We're only going to do the one for now because we gotta spread out the Maven accounts. That's it. That's it for the giveaways right now, chat. Again, just DM PFM support. Okay? DM PFM support. They'll hook you up. Disqualify people who don't like the video. I wish I could. I wish I knew who likes and doesn't like it, you know? Give me the drum roll stick. I feel like I'll do a good job at scaring everyone here so I can win. How do I do it? Tarak, what up, bro? What did you miss? Not much. We just gave away some accounts. All right, no mask. Mask on giveaways, mask when we're in a trade. Other than that, I gotta breathe, you know? Damn. Hey, Brian, you still got time, man. Don't worry. You got time to win. We got a lot more accounts to give away. Is it hot in the mask? It's not really hot. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's like really small, you know? So it just like presses onto my face. We have 3 more Maven accounts to give away at least, I think. Put the mask back on. I will soon. Where else am I live? Oh, we're live on the YouTube channel, man. Here, let me link it for you guys. For anyone that's on X, tap into us on YouTube. I think it's better to keep everyone here on YouTube, you know? I mean, X is cool, but I think it's better here on YouTube. There's the link. So go ahead, tap in. It's on the Prop Firm Match YouTube channel. All right, Brian, what's my bias for today? So I went over it a little bit. So this is what I'm thinking, man. I do think I have a good read today. We've had a good read all week. We've had a good read for most of the week, the latter half of the week, and basically since we started the stream. I don't know if you're new. Your name seems a little newer. We've been killing it this last 3 weeks since we started PFM. What I'm thinking is we have an 80% setup here on previous day's point of control, okay? Previous day's point of control is down here at 26,048. So we have an 80% probability of coming down and touching this level today. So on top of that, we have built up liquidity, resting liquidity at the Asia session and London session high. Remember we were talking about AMD yesterday, guys, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We actually might be in the midst of an AMD here. So this could be your accumulation phase. This could become your manipulation phase. And then can we distribute lower to take out and engage the previous day's point of control. Now, it doesn't have to happen exactly like this. Like, it could go a little bit longer, and maybe it happens. Maybe we sweep out these highs first, like whatever, but it looks like we might have this going on right now. I think we're extremely likely to come down, sweep these lows, and then I think we have this clear imbalance. We would want to travel to the POC. So I really kind of want to position myself to either get short down to the point of control, only after the open though, or we can try to get long at the point of control if the market's going to stay bullish. And we'll know, or we'll be able to decide by just waiting for the reactions at the POC. I'm not new, but just didn't get my chats read out loud till today. Thanks for answering. Oh, Brian, my bad, dude. I'm glad you're not new. But yeah, that's my bias. That's what I'm thinking. NQ is going to go down. That's Benjamin thinks. I mean, dude, it's Friday. It's Halloween. It would be so sick to see this thing just drop. Top fan. Want to see price take 26,300, then go down. 26,300. Oh, yeah, I hear you. You're looking at these yesterday's London session highs, right? These stacked highs. Makes perfect sense. It could definitely happen. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, good call. I can see that, Alpha. And then go down to 25,800. 25,800. Yeah, no, dude, I hear you. I mean, that would be like the most ideal. I would love that. I just also don't want to be too bearish, but that's what I want to see happen too. And if we get that, I will happily trade down to 25,800. I can't see well which pair is that. This is an NQ. This ain't no pair. This is an instrument. NQ and ES we look at. Josh says, look at the 1 hour candle on NQ, MNQ. Let's see that drop towards previous day's POC. Let's see. 1 hour candle. You're saying this current 1 hour candle? I mean, yeah, we have a clear imbalance here. We have the point of control. I really think we have a good take to like try and trade down into the POC. I feel pretty confident that will happen. Now, does it happen right at the open? I don't know. That is where timing comes into play. But like in general, I think it's a good spot. You're great, bro. I'm learning much from you. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. It's what we're here for, man. That is what we're here for. Truly. I'm doing this anyway. Like I'm trading anyway, all by myself. That's why I got into like making content and streaming, because it's like, why not just do it with a group of people? It's like, this is my job. I'm a full-time trader. So, doing it alone every day sucks. You need a community. You need a crew, which is also why I'm super excited for the Discord that we're launching soon on Prop Firm Match Discord. That'll be a great way to like keep in touch when we're not on stream. Post chart markups, do some, I'm sure I'll have some like educational ideas to drop in there. That'll be cool. This bullish run will never end. I'm telling you. I feel you, Ingrid. I know it's been like, I'm fatigued by it. I have bullish fatigue. I'm so done with this thing just recovering. But honestly, I don't want to complain too much, because we did finally get a pullback. And the pullback made sense, and it was clear technicals, and the market gave us opportunities to get in and capitalize and exploit the lower time frame. So it's been really terrible, because all we do is go up. But I've been really, yesterday and the day prior were like, okay, I can work with that, I have another question. I've been watching you trading since you started hosting the lives. How do you stay calm, and how do you make sure losing streaks don't get to you? Oh man. They do still get to me. Losing streaks will get to me, and I'll get stressed out by them, and it'll bum me out. But I just got to a point. I think I was talking about this with John, our co-founder. We were talking about this. You get to a point where if you keep allowing losing streaks and making mistakes in trading, or like if you keep allowing those things to dictate your emotions for the rest of the day and you let that stuff bleed into your personal life, like you're just going to become a miserable person. Okay. A lot of traders don't realize it, but they're like miserable people now because they put so much weight onto their performance, their trading performance every single day. And we've all been there. But I got to a point in my career, this is like a year and a half, 2 years ago, where, I had a conscious conversation with myself and I said, if I keep allowing a losing streak to affect me mentally to the point where it's like, I mess all of my hard work up, like weeks or months of work of building an account, and then I mess it up in a day because a losing streak got to me, or, and then I go into my personal life and like I'm in a bad mood. I was like, if I keep going on this path, like I just can't. Like my life will just be so miserable. Like I had to have a conscious conversation about this with myself. So I just like, there's no easy answer, man. You just have to not let it affect you. Like there's no secret pill. It's just like, I think taking accountability that like, and being conscious of it, like truly being like, I'm not going to let this affect me because it will make the rest of my life harder. And once I did that, it wasn't like immediate, but within a few months, I started seeing a lot more success. And that was a pivot point. So if I have a red day, man, like, yeah, do I get frustrated? Sure. I get annoyed in the moment, but I really don't take it. I don't take it home with me. Like when I get off here, if I had a red day, I'm not like festering in my, in my sadness or anger after the day's over. I really don't care because it's just not going to be helpful if I care. It doesn't help me. It doesn't serve me. Massive development. Discord will be much fun. Yeah, it will be. That's going to be cool. Kick-ass. You have a kick-ass personality. You're a national for streaming, Zach. Thank you, Wendy. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Dumb Money is coming up at 9:30. Fatigued. Who knew we could get tired of buying? I knew. I'm tired of buying. Hunter's coming on at 9:30, guys. Real soon. Yeah, Hunter's dressing up. I promise you, he's dressing up. Do you know any loyalty points code? No, I don't. But shout out prop for a match. I mean, if you use code match spooky, you're gonna get loyalty points. That's why hitting the gym is a must for me. Yeah, man, I just started going to the gym, but like also my life has been so busy, so I haven't been consistent. I need to get hard. I need to get back on the gym, like hard. I even have a personal trainer, but I just, so much going on. There's no excuse though. I have no excuse. That was on point, bro. True losses are the expense of doing this business. Everyone loses, so we should focus on the process, not the outcome. Yeah. We may just find our alpha and make it better. There's no other option. You don't have the option to like be mad like that. You can't do it. Hey, Mustang Trader's back. Hey, Zach, I got to head out. Great stuff as always. Send me a message and we will set something up for the next couple of weeks. Okay, for sure. Yeah. We will definitely get that done, my dude. Have a good day. Happy Halloween. Thanks for the insight. I've been letting losing streaks get to me. And I took a break for a while, but now I think I'm ready to get back to trading. Yeah, sometimes a break will do you good. Step back for a little while. Sometimes you're too close to the picture. You can't see it. Can't see the landscape, whatever the saying is. We should detach ourselves from the losses because it will come. The point is how we handle it. Stay positive minded. Exactly, man. Wow, that hit me, your advice. I've grown to a point where my trading doesn't affect my personal life and vice versa. Trading is business. The charts don't know you, so why would they move against you? Yep. It's real. Like you get to a point that you go, I can't live like this. I can't do it. And dude, every trader is going through this battle of like letting losing days affect their personal life, affect their personal relationships. Like how many times how many times have you done this? Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys journal, right? When you have a winning day, you journal, you freaking are so detailed and like, okay, this winning trade, I did this markup and it won because of this. And here were my emotions during the trade. and it's fun to do your journaling and do all the work that you got to put in, right? But then when you have a losing day or a tilt day or you blow accounts, how many times do you not journal that? Because you're letting it affect you. It should be, regardless of the outcome, you should journal. If you're committing to journaling, you should journal. But if you have the red day and you don't journal that, well, now you just let it affect the other part of your work that's going to help you become successful at this. So it's not going to serve you. You just can't let it affect you. And it's easier said than done. Like, but you got to just like it. I hate to make it sound like a bootstrap, like just figure it out, but you got to figure it out. What I love about Zach, he is active all the 4 hours of stream. We don't get bored at all. And his analysis are spot on. Not only technically, he teach how to control emotions. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, kind words, man. Do my best. I do my best out here. Bullish fatigue is for real. Yeah, that's my new term, man. Bullish fatigue. Even with 5 red days, I don't give an F about those emotions. Move on fast. It's like reaction from a girl. Move on to the next one. There you go. But yeah, the journaling thing, you guys know that's true. How you all know it's true. You have a green day, you're freaking getting in there. You're writing an essay. You're doing a whole you're writing a textbook on how I felt during this trade. This was the analysis, this fair value gap. Then you have a red day, you're nowhere to be found. My time zone, I'm running on EST, Eastern Standard. Nick Metzger is dressed as a bottle of ketchup today. That's funny. That's a good one. That's classic. How do I pass challenges? I don't think you want to take my advice on passing challenges, Ingrid, if you're still in the learning phase, because I'm not going to lie, I just full port them. With futures, one-step challenges, I just try to pass them as quick as humanly possible. But that's just because that's where I'm at in my journey. Like, I don't need to spend, like, I don't want to trade in a challenge phase for like 6 weeks or a month or even 3 days. I don't want to do it if I can avoid it, because I got to trade my funded account. So for me, I just full port and like look for the best trade possible and just try and nail it. Not going to lie. Or I trade instant funded. Most of my accounts are instant funded these days because I just get the challenge out of the way. With futures, I can literally buy 5 instant funded accounts with Tradeify with code match and just be fully max allocated. That's how I got the 10K payout last week. Those were from instant funded accounts. I purchased 5 50K instant funded accounts with code match. And yeah, that was the way to go for me. By the way, I'm doing a Tradeify giveaway on Monday, guys. I just got word of that. So we'll give away Tradeify accounts on Monday. Hunter's coming out with a costume. I can confirm that much. Zach's Halloween costume is himself. All right, guys. What time is it? It's 9:03. This really, like, genuinely, guys, I think this might be the beginning of an AMD, honestly. This really is beginning to look like a little 15-minute accumulation, manipulation, distribution setup. Here's your accumulation zone. Built up this liquidity. Here's your manipulation. Now do we distribute lower? I think this might play out, but I don't take trades I don't take trades before 9:30. So I don't care if a setup forms. It's just not my thing. I wait till the open. Let's go. We go on the weekend with studying charts. Yeah. Listen, if you're in that place in your like career or your journey where you need to be on the charts on the weekends, I say go for it. I'm not one of those people. A lot of people talk about work-life balance. I think you do need that. Like where I'm at, I need that. I try to stay away from charts over the weekend now. But when I was first getting into trading, like the first 3 years, I had absolutely zero work-life balance. I had none. I was obsessed. I was unhealthily obsessed. I think you need to have like an unhealthy obsession in the beginning to get to a point. But then once you get to a point, then you start working on work-life balance. But if you're at the point where you got to be on the charts on the weekends, I'm not one of those people that says don't do it. I say go for it, man. Get after it. Get after it. How about the manipulation being played on the downside and then boom, the pull as distribution? Oh, yeah, I see what no, this is the thing, right, Benjamin? Good look. Good eye right here. So AMD is everywhere, and it's fractal. It's the fractal nature of price action. You can recognize AMD literally everywhere. We have it right here. This is a perfect example. So your accumulation phase on this 15-minute chart is right here. This is your accumulation. Right here is your manipulation. And right here is the distribution leg, right? Perfect example. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Again, like this is the textbook example of how it works. This is how it goes. Market is consolidating. It's in an accumulation phase. Then it manipulates, takes out all the resting liquidity to the downside. Then comes up, takes all the resting liquidity to the upside. It's just a way to stop out the most people possible, right? So this is your accumulation phase. This is your manipulation. Then you come back and take out the opposing side of the range. That's it. So literally this is the exact same thing. This is the example. Accumulation, manipulation, manipulates all of these stacked lows, stops all these people out. But then instead of continuing lower, now we got to stop out the other group of people who are short on the top. That's AMD in a nutshell. Yeah, good eye. Very good eye. What's your take on back testing and forward testing? Okay, good question, man. So here's my thing. I think if you're in year 1, 2, maybe even 3, I do think back testing is helpful, especially if you are still working out your strategy. I do think that although back testing is helpful, I don't think you should like the stats that you get in your back test should not be like your Bible, okay? Or like your religious text, because you're never going to get the same exact results of a back test. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. That like what I like about back testing and the way I used it when I was first starting out is it just gave me more chart time, right? So I would be here in the replay mode like all weekend, and I would just be like picking out the session I trade and then just playing out the price action and testing my strategy. But I don't know if it's like tracking the data was the most helpful thing. I think it's just getting your reps in on like chart time. So you get extra chart time by getting your reps in by like back testing and just watching candles print. So that's what I think the benefit is. You just get more familiar with how price action moves and you're just practicing. So yeah. And then forward testing is just a fancy word for like, I'm trying out a strategy and you just take it live. I think you're going to get the best example of how that strategy is going to work once you're doing it in real time. When you're in a back test, it's always going to be this like weird, you know what I'm saying? Like this, like it's going to be simulated, this artificial environment. So forward testing is going to be more realistic and like you can rely on the data of a forward test way more strongly than the data on a back test. But I was never that guy that was like tracking every little bit of data, and I'm not that guy. Like I watch price, I learn how it moves, I learn the characteristics, I trade. I think a lot of my edge comes from being able to make quick decisions in real time on the lower time frames. ADMX is everywhere. Yeah, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, you mean, is everywhere. Look to use time as the filter. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not much on the whole time thing. Like I do look at session liquidity and everything, and I do watch for volatility injections at certain points in the day. But yeah. How long have you been trading, Zach? 5 years now. Been trading 5 years, full time for the last year and a half. So it took me a while. You know, I struggled for 2 years, like deeply struggled, then started seeing like a tiny bit of success, got a few payouts in year 3. Then year 4 was pretty solid. It was my first like really good year. And then this year has been just like massive growth. No, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm doing well this year, but I'm not a millionaire. You go over briefly how you place your copy trades on Trade-Evade. Yeah, I could do that for you. And then, yo, guys, we got Hunter coming on. So we'll run a giveaway and we can take a quick break. But here, I'll show you the copy trader real quick. Let's do it with this. My bread and butter strategy that made me profitable is ICT with volume profile. I still use it to this day. Check out my YouTube channel, guys. I have a YouTube channel. Link is in the description of the video. I have a ton of free technical analysis videos on there where I give out all my strategies, all my models. Like, it's all right there on YouTube. Also, on ASFX TV, I have a course coming out, a full-blown course. So you check that out too. You can find ASFX TV. Yeah, I have a course on there as well. It's dropping on Monday. But okay, for the copy trader, all you do, bro, is you go here. If you have multiple accounts, you go to manage groups. So you click on this, name a group, just give it a name, click the plus sign. These accounts will show up here in the available box and literally just drag them here. Whichever accounts you want to copy, click save. And then when it's time to use it, make sure instead of clicking on a single account, you got to click on the copy traded group. You do that and you'll take your trades. I mean, that's it. Just subscribe to your YouTube channel. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Before you leave, what clicked for you before you started getting consistent profits? I kind of talked about this before, but a big thing for me was like, again, I was already getting, like, I was pretty proficient in technical analysis before I really started seeing some success. I was like, I could call out a chart. I could call out the bias. Like I was good with technicals. But I was letting like a red day affect every other aspect of my life. So like if I had a red day, it meant the rest of my day is ruined. You know, I'm in a bad mood. I'm not in, like, I just can't enjoy anything. I can't finish the other work I have to do. Like we were just saying, like maybe I have to journal. I wouldn't journal. I'd only journal winning days. And it just got to a point that I was like, okay, if I keep going on this path, like I'm going to ruin my life. So I just have to fix it. And I just made a conscious effort to not let the red days dictate the rest of my day. And I made a conscious effort to not let it bleed into the other parts of my life, like having to get other aspects of my work done. And honestly, that was a big thing because my system didn't change much. Like I've been trading ICT with volume profile. Once I started doing that, I started seeing more success. And also I should say from a technical perspective, switching from like a high risk reward setup where I used to look for like 3R and looking for 1R. I look for 1R. I keep my win rate above 60 to 70%. I lock in base hits and I stop trading. That's the other major thing from a technical perspective. But okay, guys, let's do this. Let's run a giveaway. We'll give away a Blue Guardian account. We're going to take a quick break. So you can go ahead and get your entries in. Type in Blue Guardian in the chat. And as soon as I get back, I'll announce the giveaway winner. So stay tuned. You don't need to leave. And yeah, I'll be right back. What's my biggest payout so far? I mean, I've made over 60K in the last like 3 months. It's been a good few months. So the breakthrough wasn't even about strategies and analysis. It was all mental. Yeah, a little bit strategy because I switched to a base hit model, 1-to-1s, but yeah. All right, guys, get your entries in. I'll be right back, okay? Don't leave the chat, like the stream. And yeah, also we have Hunter coming on in like 10 minutes, so that'll be sick. But all right, guys, I'll be right back. Stay tuned and we'll get that giveaway going. Yo, we are back. We are back. What's going on, guys? All right, let me get some music back on. I should have had music on while be right back. But you know how this goes. I don't want to miss anyone. Okay, so just in case. All right, I want you all to enter one more time. Enter one more time in the chat. I'll copy all your entries. Just get them in. Blow the chat up with your entries. Oh man, Hunter's coming on any minute. I just got to send him the link. I want to get this giveaway done. I don't want to have to subject our guests to giveaways. You know what I mean? You know, I like to actually have good conversations on stream. So I feel like running a giveaway in the middle, sometimes it can break up the flow. But we'll see, because I know he's going to give away some accounts. So we'll see what happens. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it for the entries. Boom. What is this? Let's run this up real quick. All right, there we go. All right, chat. All right, let's run this quick. Blue Guardian account. One account we're giving away. Hold up. We need to gong it, dude. Oh, Shavam, you're out here. Shavam, I don't think you won an account this week, so you're good to go. You want a Blue Guardian account. Shout out Shavam. You're always in the chat. You deserve it. You deserve it. Let's go. All right, that's all you, Shavam. You know what to do. I'm sure you know how to claim. Go ahead to prep for match support on X and go. No activation fee on Blue Guardian. Nope. No activation fee. All right, you guys want me to run one more? I'll run one more real quick. But then we got to get Hunter on, all right? I got to send him the link. We don't want to have him waiting. Okay, we'll run one more right now. Boom. Sadhana Marge, you also have won a Blue Guardian account. Shout out, Sadhana. That's all you. Congrats, guys. Again, to claim, all you got to do is go to Prop for Match Support on X and bam. Just hit them up, DM them, show them a screenshot, show them proof of your YouTube name so that it matches, and you're good to go. The gong stays, bro. Yeah. Okay, hold up. We got to get the mask on for when Hunter gets on here, bro. Hold up. Let's send him the link. All right, let's do this. Hold up. All right, Hunter will be here, I'm sure, soon. Look at this, guys. That AMD is working out perfect. Hold on, I need to drink my coffee, though. Let me just chug this coffee real quick. No, we will not give away one more. You will wait now. Now you will wait. No, I will not do spin again. You heard me, chat? I will not. Hey, okay, hold up. All right. We have a guest of honor. We have Hunter from Maven Funding. Where is he? He's turned his back to us.
Can you see me right now? I can't see you.
Yes, we can see you.
I'm delaying this as long as possible because John from Maven, the CEO, has said there's a 50K account for whoever guesses what costume I'm wearing on the stream. So there should be some people waiting, trying to figure out what I'm wearing right now.
All right, chat. What is Hunter? What is his costume? If you guess it right, you're getting a 50K account.
Yeah, I think you gotta follow John's post there. But I'm just trying to delay it as long as possible. I think we got a couple minutes till market open, anyways. Have you been pre-trading?
We got a couple minutes. No pre-market trades for me today. I try to do my best to not do any pre-market trading. What about you?
Gotcha. No, I woke up 15 minutes ago, and I quickly looked at the NASDAQ, and it looks like we might be coming down today just based off of the pre-market. But maybe I'll give a little turnaround and look at your beautiful face here. Ready?
Yeah, ready? I got some people, Hey! There's my
that is so face. Green. Oh my God! I got
guessed it yet?
Huh?
Has anyone guessed it yet?
No, there's no chance somebody's gonna guess. Like I'm sure there's some people looking at me right now and they don't even know what this is.
I know what it is. Someone said an elf.
An elf?
That's the closest, but they haven't guessed what it really is.
We're going to get some gold.
There you go.
We're going to make some gold.
Do the leprechaun dance.
Yeah.
Oh, Abby got it. Abby said leprechaun.
Oh man, I have a feeling this thing's gonna get hot.
Oh, dude, yeah. I already told the chat. I'll wear this mask when I'm in a trade, and maybe when we do giveaways. But after that, I gotta take it off.
Yeah, you can't see anything, eh?
I mean, I can kind of see, but it's tough.
Yeah. I got this whole costume. It came with like this beautiful beard, and the beard is the exact same beard as what I already have. So I think Emma gave me this idea, and it was just the first thing she blurted out of her mouth, and I'm like, this is absolutely perfect because we're gonna be stealing some gold today in the market.
Dude, that's the goal. That's the goal, right? Steal some gold from the NQ. So what do you, man? How have you been doing, bro? I feel like I've chatted with you once or twice. On ASFX, like briefly, because I know you've come on there and chatted with like James Bruce a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've talked with you much myself personally. Like, how's it been going, man? How is Maven Funding? How's trading going for you? Like what's up?
The industry is quite interestingly tight. You know, there's once you get to like a certain level, like everyone knows everyone, right? There's not a whole lot of people on kind of the, I don't know if you want to call it the top end, but like, you know, kind of all the influencers and all the people who run the brokers and prop firms, it's all the same people. It's kind of a family, you know. But yeah, James Bruce does some podcasts with us as well. Maven's been absolutely killing it. You know, Maven, we've set it up in a way that, you know, the conditions and the rules and all this jazz, and I'm really proud of this, is we've basically set up a scenario where we're safe under all conditions, right? And I know that there's a little bit of concern going on with, you know, the holiday season here, and there's been a couple, you know, firms doing some funny business. Every winter, there's firms doing some funny business, and I'm super proud that once again, it's like a third year in a row, we're doing nothing different. everything's always the same, and people are able to rely on us, right? So I think people are starting to realize that, hey, Maven's got a super sustainable product at these low prices, right? And it's interesting because I've not seen another firm be able to do this without, getting really terrible reviews, doing different denials and whatnot because they can't sustain what they're doing. So beautiful team that we've got here. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be able to do this myself. I'm a crazy character. I have insane ideas all the time, and the other guys keep me grounded, right?
So what are some of the funny business things that are happening with some other firms? You don't have to name names, but like, what is that? I'm guessing you're specifically talking about like the CFD side, or is it even futures? Like, what's some of the things that you see people do around this time of year?
The difference between futures and CFDs is largely that the futures is ultra regulated, right? You have to follow like strict protocol. You're basically trading on CME, right? So you can't mess about with, spreads and slippages. So the only thing that you can do on the future side is make your challenge harder, right? So to basically, I know a lot of traders, there's controversy in essence that they want challenge rules to be easier. I like to argue that you actually want the challenge rules to be harder because the harder the rules are means there's more profit for the people who actually are profitable, right? Because it is essentially, and people don't like to think that this is the case, but not everyone's going to win. So the more people who lose, the more money for the winners, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm the same way. Yeah, futures. That's a good point though, because everyone complains that futures. I don't know. I wouldn't say that challenges are harder because with futures, you on some level you have an easier challenge, a one step, but you have trailing drawdown. A lot of these firms, you have profit targets where it's like the CFD side. I feel like you have a tough challenge most of the time, like a two-phase challenge. But once you're in the funded stage, I mean, you have static drawdown. You don't have any profit targets. Very few firms have consistency scores. I don't know if you have a consistency rule in Maven. No. You just kind of make your money and withdraw, which, when I first moved over to futures, I was like, why can't futures do that? Why can't these firms have a static drawdown account?
Yeah.
But it's because of the regulated conditions and no slippage, virtually no spread. Yeah. Those things make it a lot easier to make money. Like, people really underestimate the P&L that you will have over the span of 100 or even 1,000 trades if you take out of the equation slippage and spread. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's exactly the point I'm trying to beat around the bush a little bit, right? Is futures market is about basically trading free commissions, right? It's like, what is it, like 12 cents or something per micro, right? Yeah. It's an incredibly small amount, and then there's no commissions on top of that, or no, that's the commission, and then there's no spread, right, or something like this. It's essentially free, right? So there's no you can do this hyper liquid scalping and whatnot. So CFD,
which is what I do to a certain degree. Like, I'm a scalper.
Exactly. Futures is much better for I believe for day traders and scalpers. CFDs better for swing traders. That's why Maven kind of optimized for swing traders, right? Yeah. We have being 100% completely blunt, we have not raw spreads, right? They're not like zero spreads is what I'm saying, right? Where some other firms, they try to market like zero spread and then it comes and bites them in the ass, right? Where right now you're asking me what I'm seeing in the industry right now. Well, yeah, I'm seeing every once in a while firm spreads spike to 100 points, right? Every 5 minutes it goes like this and then back to zero, and that's illegal.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Right? Now, do they do this at like the most inopportune time as well? Like, is it strategic, or is it just they just say, let's run like a crazy slippage situation right now?
Yeah, I believe it has to do with volatility. So if you're looking at the gold volatility index, for example, GVX, I think. No, what is it? GVZ. The gold volatility index has been spiking over the past, few days or this month or whatever it is, right? And you're seeing spreads on gold widen really, really wide on most prop firms, right? and you're getting these ridiculous spreads. And then when the volatility spikes, I think what they're basically doing is they're saying, hey, if the volatility is high, that means it's much easier to make profit with the small spread that they have, right? So they have to increase the spread so that they can maintain their margins, right?
They just, yeah. Okay. So they just have to do this.
They
Now,
have to
why-
do this in order to be able to stay profitable, right? Because they're offering such an unstable product that they have to change their conditions or they go under, right?
Okay. So thank you for that. So
Yeah.
what is unstable about the CFD? What is more, we don't want to say CFD firms are unstable because people pay out, but what makes it a little more unstable? Is it the static drawdown, the ability to hold overnight? Are these the key things that make it tougher? And futures has much tougher restrictions, and that's why it's more stable. Like, can you expand on that?
Yeah, totally. Well, we can be perfectly honest and blunt. That's what I love to do. I'm not sure, sometimes I get myself in hot water by saying too much truth. But the two-step challenge on CFD firms is the easiest challenge in the entire industry, right?
Really?
Across futures, across CFDs, across whatever, right? Crypto. Because once you are funded, right, it's incredibly easy, right?
Yes.
So there are I'm not gonna talk too much about cheating and whatnot, but you've seen probably around Twitter and whatnot a lot of there's different cheating rings and whatnot that basically utilize two-step challenges and whatnot. So firms
These
are
are like
incentivized,
organized people, right? This is like organized teams.
organized, yeah. And it's a huge issue in the CFD space where it doesn't exist in the future space because of the end of day trailing drawdown, because you can basically create a scenario where you profit by reverse trading, basically, right? So different firms they'll add different spreads. They'll have, this is why firms have consistency scores, right? Because then you can't just, profit all in one go, right? This is why firms have different rules. Like, you can't all or nothing bet, right? Because then you just pass immediately and it's a 50-50 sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't go into too much detail on that. That's probably all I really want to say.
Yeah, fair. No, but even that is helpful for people. So I know that Maven is a CFD prop. Do you guys have any plans to go into the future space, or do you like where you are?
Yeah. I'm a futures trader.
Yeah, and you're a futures trader personally. So
yeah. I would love to do futures. I know there's a lot more money in futures. The thing with futures, we were looking at it this year, whatever it was. And we started to get into it a bit, and we're like, hey, futures are probably going to do exactly what CFD firms did, where everyone undercuts each other and then everyone goes bankrupt.
I'm hoping it doesn't happen yeah, dude, for sure.
So far so good. So we're letting the kind of the noise settle a little bit. Eventually I think we'll be in there, but I can't, no expectations yet.
Gotcha.
Right.
So no timeline or anything, but ideally you can get in there at some point.
I'm sure we'll be in there. We've been working on something else. I'm not legally allowed to say anything, but we've been working on other things, and looking forward to the new year in order to show some really awesome new stuff that does not exist
in the for Maven specifically.
Yeah,
okay,
me and my team have been doing something.
Hey guys, you heard it. You heard it here. There's something in the works. We don't know what exactly, but
I know it's super annoying. Like when founders, CEOs would say, we got some really awesome stuff in the works. What is it?
We're about to change the game. Yeah.
It's I'm hyping you up with giving you no information, and it's really annoying. And I hate it when CEOs do that. And I'm literally doing it right now, but legally I'm not allowed to say anything.
Hey, he's doing what he's got to do. Chat. The chat likes it. Someone said Maven is cooking, and I'm ready to eat. So they're ready.
Yeah.
But all right, man. So listen, you trade futures.
Yeah.
what do you trade? NASDAQ, CL, gold, like what are your instruments? If you want to get your chart up too, I mean, 9:30 open is come in.
I can share my chart here.
Dude, I've been like trying to get ready for a short, but I want a little pullback. Yeah, I might miss it. We'll see.
Yeah, let me. So I mostly trade the NASDAQ. Let me share that. I think that's the entire screen there. It should work.
Yeah, I got you.
Hopefully it's not too small. A lot of people complain on my stream because I have this massive monitor and super high resolution, so it's hard. It's kind of hard to see. I mostly trade the NASDAQ. I recently kind of started touching gold,
Okay.
but I'm not super crazy about gold. Overall, if I had to give a expectation of where things are going to go, fundamentally, the NASDAQ is absolutely brewing up some money because of the AI bubble, basically. And I don't want to fade the AI trend.
Sure.
And gold should be more or less coming back down too after the gold bubbles kind of popped here. I also trade some Bitcoin. I've been a bear on Bitcoin.
Are you trading Bitcoin futures or just spot?
Bitcoin futures, yeah.
Oh, nice.
MBT1.
Yeah, that's
right?
like not common these days. So that's I love that. Do you trade personal accounts? Sorry to cut you off. Yeah, awesome. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I trade a large Maven account that is not a prop firm sort of thing. I trade a small personal account, like 10K, and then I trade on futures prop firms, just so that I can show you how to trade on a prop firm on my live stream, basically, right? Beautiful. And I'll do like 50K account, just tiny ones, so that I can show people that, hey, this is how you're going to get a payout from a prop firm, basically.
Nice.
But yeah, unfortunately, I don't really trade I hate the two-step stuff. So you know, it for me.
I can't do it anymore. Once I moved over to futures, like I cannot. It just takes too long. It's too much work.
Yeah. And to know that exactly what I'm saying is, to know that there's no funny business going on, like futures, you can't manipulate the market. Yeah. It's impossible, right? Yeah. Everyone has the exact same feed. Like if I went on Top Step versus Apex versus Alpha futures, whatever, right? They're all gonna have the exact same price for NQ, right? There's gonna be no spread. There's gonna be no commissions. Exactly, right? But if I want, like, as an outsider perspective, as a trader, I don't know which firms can be trustworthy. I know that I can trust Maven. Like, I know Maven's going to pay out, but I own Maven, so I can see the vault of cash, and I'm like, okay, I can see the operations. I can trust Maven, right? But as a trader, I have no idea which CFD firms are stable, which ones are manipulating the spreads, right? So that's why I wouldn't trade CFDs, and I don't like. I don't mind the trailing drawdown because I'm actually pretty good at trading.
Bro, I always say that. I'm like, guys, it's not a trailing drawdown forever. Like, you just have to get through the buffer, and then you have a static drawdown. It's really not the most complicated thing.
Yeah. So let me show you what's going to happen on NQ today. Basically, I've coined a trading strategy called dumb money concepts. I basically just wanted to make fun of smart money concepts. I've been hearing about this. Dumb money concepts is just a super dumb way to trade. But everything is super difficult because you have to look at multiple time frames and whatnot, right? Yep. So ultimately, you know, you can determine some sort of overall bias. Fundamentally, I'm bullish, but we've got some of these gaps down here, and we've just had the FOMC and the Trump and China discussion, and you know, so maybe that's going to cause, you know, a retrace, right? You can think about it that way. Say, okay, maybe today fundamentally we could come down, right? So then we can look at the charts and we say, hey, all I really want to see is okay, the logic is basically, in order to continue making new highs, you need to close beyond it. Okay, so you close beyond it, you retest the level, right? And then you go to the next high, right? That's literally it, right? The only case where it's going to reverse is if it fails to make a new high. So we have to determine what a failure means, right? Okay. Right. So a failure to me means that they've attempted to make a new high and then they've not been able to close beyond it.
It's like a swing failure pattern type of thing. Liquidity sweep, a few different ways to identify it, but I got you. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm just changing the logic a little bit so maybe viewers can kind of understand a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you can see these wicks at the top here, and that's oftentimes why you see, these swing failure patterns, these sweeps, these liquidity pools, whatever you call them, right? To me, I don't look at the market as they're trying to fuck us, right? I look at the market as, hey, the market attempted to make a new low and it failed, right? So if you've got this zone here, right?
Got you.
And for me, zones and levels, it's candle bodies. I don't look at the wicks. The wicks are distal points. They're not significant to the actual price data, right? So here's a level. They attempted to make a new low and they failed, right? So what are they going to do? They're going to come back up in the other direction, right? And that's gonna be true until proven otherwise, right? So you can see right here on the 4 hour, even just this little wick here, right? They attempted to make a new high, they failed, right? So all of this would have been a bias that you would have wanted to be shorting into, right?
Got you. Yeah, dude. You know what's funny? Your candles confused me for a second because the red candles are bullish. So for some reason I was like getting confused because usually you just identify red with bearish, but no, okay. So
yeah, you're colorblind, aren't you?
Maybe. I don't know. It was bugging me out. I was like, wait a second. But okay, so you wanted shorts today because of the swing failure pattern that you are seeing. Yeah. So when you look at this, do you look at a 4 hour swing low or swing high? Is that what you're using to mark these sweeps?
Yeah. So I'll use every single time frame, and then I'll paint a picture, right? Generally though, if you're day trading, your daily, weekly, monthly candles are not going to be super significant because they're too large of a scale, right?
Yeah, agreed.
So I'll use 1, 2, 4 usually for kind of determining what the direction of that day is. And now a really awesome candle, probably the most important candle of the day, is the one that closes in 14 minutes, which is this one right here. Because that is that is basically the candle, or I guess you've also got this 8 hour one that closes at the same time, and this 8 hour candle is going to be all of the London session. So you can capsule that into one candle. This is all of London session, right? And then the 4 hour candle, you have the first 30 minutes of the market open, so you can determine what direction the market open decided to go, right? So when we're looking at this, you can say, hey, sometimes, like the orb strategy.
Yes. The classic break and retest orb strategy, or the one that fades it. I feel like there's two really popular ones with that.
I honestly don't know. I barely look at other strategies because I know that they don't work very well.
15-minute opening range breakout is like the classic, where they just say like whichever side the 15-minute opening range breaks out towards, buy or sell. Like just follow that. And so
I think this is something like the orb, right? It's like, okay, it went down, so you probably want to sell it, right?
Pretty much.
Now the issue with that is the reason why it works in my mind is because the actual thing that's happening is people are waiting for this 4 hour close. Okay. Right. So you'll see that, hey, most likely that 15-minute caused a down move, which is going to cause that 4 hour close to be bearish. And then we'll fail this high. We'll make a new low. It'll retest it and then continue to this level. Right.
Yeah.
So most likely that sort of setup will work. Right. But the case that it doesn't work is, I just wonder something here. If I can look back, yesterday was too choppy to understand. Okay, so here, like you can see the 15-minute went bullish, right? I don't know if this is for sure. I'm just giving an example. 15-minute went bullish. You could have gotten baited to the bull side, but you can see the next 15-minute closed bearishly. So you would have ended up having a failure to make a new high here, right? And then that would have caused the down move, right? So that's actually how it's working. So I generally look at the first 30 minutes to see where that, maybe let's see the hourly here. What day was this, right? You can see the candle there. It failed to re-enter that zone, so it would have had to continue to the downside.
Yeah, we actually took shorts on that hourly candle you just marked out on stream. Yep.
Nice.
So, okay, so for today's price action, like what would you be seeing with the dumb money concepts?
Yeah. Yeah, super simple. You can basically start high time frames. Now, mind you, high time frames are completely worthless right now because, you know, there's no levels, right?
Yeah, we're splitting every.
So even the daily is like, okay, what the heck am I supposed to do here, right? There's a gap way down here, but I really hope it doesn't come down there because that's going to be like a 6% drop on the day and everyone's going to be cooked, right? 3%, whatever it was, right? I guess that's actually quite possible. So
I think it's possible. ES actually filled its gap quite a bit, which is interesting. So there's a little divergence. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I just noticed that this morning. I didn't realize that yesterday.
Yeah. Cool. So what we need to do is we need to mark out, you know, you've heard this stuff a million times before. Points of interest, what's the trend, right? And I just have two different ways of determining what the trend is and the points of interest, right? So I've just simplified it a little bit, right? So that there's no confusion. And I find when you have to make decisions, you're gonna fuck up, right? So everything needs to be super concrete. Hey, so this level has already been tested, so now I don't really care about this level anymore, right? So this is the only level that's on my mind, right? We can even look at the 1 hour and see, hey, is there any important levels here? Well, it kind of coincides there. There's also kind of this too. So we can just kind of draw areas to see if there's going to be a reaction off of those levels, right? So if price comes down here and then the 15-minute kind of fails to close within that, I'd probably take a long if I wanted to be bullish, right? So if we're on the bear side, we can say, hey, 4 hours failing, right? Assuming it fails in the next 8 minutes, right? It could pump up. We don't know yet. We have to wait for the close. Then I'm probably going to be a bear for today, right? And then I'm going to mark out some levels as well here. There's a level there. All these other levels are tested, you know, maybe another level here. So I draw myself some zones, right? So I've got this zone that I probably want to be short here, right?
What price is that starting at? 160?
164, yeah.
164. Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm hoping for a retrace around that zone as well, to get short ideally. If we don't continue to sell off here. Yeah, so I like that zone too.
Yeah, you got it exactly. Now the next thing I kind of do is I don't really use stop losses. Every time I use a stop loss, it gets hit, and then I force a loss. So I actually prefer waiting for closes, right? So you'll see, like yesterday, I actually messed up pretty bad yesterday because I did actually use a stop loss, just because I knew that, hey, if this did dump, I took a long here actually, right on this level.
Okay.
Right, and I just put a wide stop loss. It didn't actually hit the stop loss, but I ended up closing it out at break even. So this is why I don't really use stop losses too much, because you can just, if it goes the other direction, it'll come back and you can just exit for free.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, man. So it seems like we have somewhat of a similar way of looking at price. I do use some of like the key ICT concepts. Like I look at liquidity in the form of session highs and lows, just key swing points in the market where, you know, I like to look for sweeps. I call it a sweep. Same idea. I like to frame reversals around there, but also this is a question I have for you. So if your system and the way you look at price relies upon seeing a sweep of liquidity or swing point, are you always looking for reversals, or are you trying to trade in line with the higher time frame trends and then you identify a lower time frame sweep? Do you know what I'm saying? So you kind of play like a lower time frame reversal inside of a higher time frame trend. Do you like to follow trends like that, or are you more of a reversal guy?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to even answer, because I don't believe that following like, I think you have to have a system that makes sense that you can draw a story from, right? This is what's probably going to happen, and if it does happen this way, I'm going to take those trades, right? I don't really follow set rules, if it makes sense. Because my logic is, if there's set rules then Goldman Sachs and that's a profitable strategy. Goldman Sachs is going to come up and completely destroy the liquidity in that strategy, right? So I don't like having a strategy. I don't know if this makes sense.
No, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But like if I follow a system that is always the same, then I think somebody else is going to be doing it better and then eat up all of my liquidity and make it not work anymore.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I saw someone in the chat actually said that they like to trade mechanical because it takes out guesswork. I actually completely disagree with that. I think if you're trying to trade a mechanical strategy, you should not be trying to hit the buy and sell button manually yourself. I think a lot of our edge as traders, especially intraday, comes from discretion. Okay. I think we can have like a foundation of concepts that we follow, like, which is just a way to read price. It's just a language in a way. But I think a lot of the edge comes from being able to make discretionary or nuanced decisions in real time. So I completely agree with you, which is kind of what you're saying. Like, you don't have a strategy in the sense of like, if A happens, B plus C, then I do this. Like, it's not like that. It's just you have a way to view price and you make decisions based off that, right? Yeah,
exactly. Although the concepts I use, they pretty much always hold true. The issue is you're looking at conflicting timeframes and you have to determine which one is going to happen first, right? So you have to kind of build this story and the progression of the trend, right? So I knew yesterday that this was going to come up because it failed to make these highs, right? And it would come up to, the next level up, which would have been, this kind of pass-through level, but they attempted to make a new high and failed, right? The issue is you don't know exactly, like, you didn't know that this wick was going to happen, right? So when you're looking at these smaller time frames, you could break it down in the exact same way, and you can say, hey, maybe we go to the 1 hour. You can see that, hey, the 1 hour closed bearishly here, so it had to shoot for one new low there, right? Yes. It had to hit a new low, right? Because this level's already tested, so it had to go for another level down. Right, and they didn't, like, whatever level this is doesn't really matter, but they basically were profit taking all that short there, right?
Yes. Do you look at like equal lows and equal highs, like double tops, double bottoms, as a target or place to frame a reversal as well for a sweep? Is that something you pay attention to? Because yesterday we were short all day on stream, and a big part of it was because I recognized we had like hourly or 15-minute equal lows. You can kind of see them if you zoom out on the 15-minute time frame when we put in that low right there. So actually right before that though, but there were relative equal lows right there. If you zoom out more, we had like perfect equal lows.
Oh, way over here.
Right there. So I noticed at first we actually were considering longs, right? Because we were thinking, okay, pull back on the higher time frame. Let's follow trends. We'll go for a long on this pullback. But then I recognized those equal lows on the higher time frame and said, I don't think longs are in. I actually think shorts make sense. Kind of use that level as a magnet for like a draw on liquidity. Is that something you look at, like equal lows or equal highs?
As you know, I suppose so. I prefer like candle bodies, but when you can always know that things will attempt to make new highs, basically, right? Or new lows, right? So here was a level, right? And when you failed this 4 hour, right? You knew that it was going to come down to test these lows again, right? And whether or not this was a test, right? It had to attempt to make a new low, right? So that was basically the decision we had to make. Was this the bottom, or would they go a little bit lower, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like it, man. I like it.
And what's interesting is, I can throw up Bitcoin, for an example, and it's super obvious, right? Like when you look at these higher time frames, you can say, hey, you knew this was going to come down because you had this high here and you failed to make new highs, right? So where does it come back down to is it has to test the origin of that move, which, you know, your kind of equal low thing that you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? This level here, we knew that it was going to come past that level, right? Because that's the origin of this move, right? So we have to come back because we can't make a high this way. So we have to come back and refill these to see if we can make a new low.
And is any part of that concept you thinking if we have to retest the origin of that move? Because essentially, like the bullish pop right there failed after making a new high. Buyers could not continue the market upwards and stay aggressive. So now when we fall back, it's going to test the origin to stop out all the people who have their stop right there at that swing low. Is that part of the idea? Or like, why does it need to retest the origin?
I don't, again, I don't think of it as like trying to stop people out, but that could be the case. And it probably is the case, whether or not it's direct or not. It's just, to me, it's just a logic, right? If you can't make a new high, you must attempt to make a new low, right? There's only two, like, market doesn't go sideways. In my mind, there's no sideways. It's just smaller trends. It's up or down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if it can't go up, it has to go down. Where is the next level down? This is it.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah. No, I hear you. Definitely.
So
definitely. No, it's just pure like intuitive logic you're saying.
Yeah. And then so here we attempted to make a new low, right? We failed, so we're gonna go for a new high again, right? So I'm not in the short anymore.
Got you. So you took profits. Are you anticipating a move back up to that high? And that's on Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, this is Bitcoin. Yeah, I would be a bull here, right? Now, mind you, doesn't mean it's not going to come down here still, because you can still get these beautiful wicks that really bait people out, get all the stop losses, like literally what we've seen on NQ yesterday, right? If you look at the 4 hour, you had this wick. It's probably going to go for a new high, right? But we still got stopped out.
How do you like to get into your trades? Are you somebody that just hits the market? Do you use limit orders, stop orders? How do you like to enter?
I suppose either a limit or a market. If it's really close to where I would want to limit, I would just market. But in this case right now, where this makes no sense to be shorting into, right? I'd probably wait for the limit up here. And then what I like to do is, you know, I'll enter once or twice, right? So I'll draw my zone. So here's an example. Let's say we wanted to short this, right? There's 3 possible places I could be entering, right? 1 here, 2 kind of on the top of that range, right? And then 3, you could enter on your stop loss, right? Because essentially a third entry on your stop loss is a 0 risk trade, right? Because sometimes it just goes wicks it, right? And then straight back down. So you have like an infinite R setup, right? Mind you, you don't actually stop out. You just wait for the close. And if it closes up there, then you get out at, it would probably be on average, it would be a 0 risk trade. That's what I mean by a 0 risk trade. You would still lose sometimes because it would just rip and you'd have to get out manually. But there's a really awesome thing that you can do is it's a free trade to enter on your stop loss at third position.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely. I know you said you don't use stops. You like to just, you don't use hard stops at least.
Not usually. Sometimes though.
Yeah, no, I get it. So what is your average like R multiple? Are you somebody that focuses on that? Do you like to look at the idea like I want to make 2R or 3R on this trade, or is it more just about what you think the market can give you for that setup? Like, how do you go about that?
Yeah, R is a ridiculous concept. I know everything I say is the exact opposite of what most people believe.
No, I could talk about it. I, for the most part, agree with you actually on that. But yeah, continue.
Yeah. The reason being is the market is more or less essentially random. So if I entered a trade here and I said, hey, this is 3R, that's a good trade, and I've just given myself a pat on the back because 3R is a good trade. What are the odds that it hits the 3R? It's whatever it is, like 30%, right?
I think it's even less. I think it's like, yeah, it's even less. Something like, yeah.
It's whatever the number is, right? I'm not a mathematician here, right? Probably should know this.
No, you don't, and you don't need to be a trader, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Anyways, if it's 1R, well, market is random, so it's 50%, right?
Yeah.
So if you're just choosing based off of R, it's a 100% completely ridiculous thing that does not actually make any difference. Because if I extended this a little bit, well, I'm less likely to win now, right? So the only thing that matters is probability of where things will reverse in respect to R. So there needs to be another formula for R with respect to likelihood of winning.
I like that. Yeah, I have a similar mindset with R. I used to be a big R guy. Like I was always looking for 3R, 4R, and like high risk reward. And I did all right with that. Last year was like my first truly profitable year, and I was trading a strategy like that. I had a very, very low win rate. Like on average, it was anywhere from 25% to like 35% meant I was just killing it. Yeah. And I had an average R multiple of 3. What I learned though is a few things. So number one, with futures prop firms specifically, it became harder and harder to have such a volatile equity curve, right? Where I'm taking loss after loss after loss to get that winning trade and make it all back. With futures props, you have a tighter drawdown restriction. In the beginning, it's trailing. What I've noticed is that they don't really reward a volatile equity curve like that. So you could take these paper cuts, and it's very intuitive, right? Like when you're first getting into trading, what sounds better to you? I want to risk 100 to make 100, or do I want to risk 100 to make 500? Everyone, they're going to go, I'll risk 100 to make 500.
Yeah, I only need to win 20% of the time, and then I'm rich.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't even think about that. So they just go, I'd rather risk 100 to make 500. They don't even think, they hope that they're going to have like an 80 or 100% win rate. So yeah, like the math will work technically. Like at the end of the day, if you have an average 3R and you keep your win rate above 25%, like you're going to be profitable, sure. But what do you have to risk, especially when you're trading a prop firm account with a tight drawdown restriction, to actually, dealing with a losing streak could just have you blow up. So I totally changed it up. I mean, now I go for 1R. Sometimes I even go for like a negative R. It really doesn't matter to me. Like you said, it's about the structure, what I think the market can give me, and also about the low hanging fruit. So if I think the market can give me 50 points on an idea, and then I get in and I'm only looking for 15 points out of those 50, that's the low hanging fruit. It's a higher probability. Then even if my overall thesis is wrong, like let's say I thought the market was going to drop down to some level that has 50 points from where it's currently trading at, and then I get filled, I get my 15 points, and then it ends up totally reversing and I was wrong. It doesn't even matter at that point. So locking in the base hit, getting in and getting out, I've noticed I want to spend the least amount of time possible actually in the market with risk on. I want to get in, get out, come back. So yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you there.
Yeah, that was a mistake. You guys took the shorts yesterday, and I left this running. So I was like, I'll just leave it, right? And exactly what you said, least amount of time in the market as possible. The more it consolidates like this, the more chance that it's 50-50 that I'm not right? Yeah. I need my edge. If it's 50-50, I'm losing, right? Yeah. You mentioned the low strike rate on prop firms, and just any of the viewers watching at home, if you're trading on prop firms, the most profitable way that you'll make money is by going on winning streaks, not by having a winning strategy. I don't know if that makes exact sense.
It does. As somebody who makes money with prop firms, it makes sense, because most of my big payouts come when I'm just hitting good. Like I'm in a roll. I'm in the flow. I just took a 10K payout with Tradeify last week. In that process, I did not have a single red day. I went on a nice win streak. Yeah. But the thing is, I know how to capitalize it, and I know how to recognize it and get to the finish line. Where a lot of people can go on win streaks, but they don't notice. They can't identify like, oh, this is one of those times where the market is either making sense to me, either my strategy is working well in these conditions, or maybe I'm getting lucky. Like I think a lot of people, they can't recognize that, and then they still can't get to the finish line for a payout, you know?
It's ironically the thing that they tell you does not exist in like, you know, the casino or gambling or something like this. Is it actually works in prop firms, right? Is hot streaks are the most important thing.
And being able to exploit it, like knowing that you're in that hot streak. So, okay, can I ask you, I don't know if you can give out this information, but like, what do the most profitable traders in Maven look like? Like, do they trade just one instrument? Do they trade a range of instruments? What's their average win rate? What's their average R multiple of like these people that do best and perform well?
Yeah, I do a lot of interviews. So I'm not gonna be able to give you like exact data points, but sure. what I see based off of you know, the probability of these traders existing too, like ICT traders, there's millions of them. There's so many of them. I don't actually get many traders on interview that trade ICT, right?
That's interesting to me.
Yeah,
that's interesting to me.
So by that logic, if everyone's trading ICT, but only 50% of the people that I interview have some sort of ICT concept, means that it's performing worse than it's got a lower expected return than these other strategies. Does that make sense? So it can still
it does to a certain degree, and I'm not here to defend ICT, but I will say, if a lot of people trade ICT, right? So do you think because there's a bigger pool, there could be a lower percentage? Because at the end of the day, like most traders are unprofitable. But if a large portion are trading ICT, I mean, it could mean that ICT doesn't work. I mean, I would disagree because I made 60K the last 3 months trading ICT.
Yeah.
I see a lot of the big traders that I've seen that have taken like massive payouts. A lot of them are ICT based, maybe not like ICT purist, but you got people like Jade Cap, Trader Kane. You got like Lanto, Brian Stonk. A lot of people I know that have like done some massive payouts traded. But I agree with you that I think a lot, because so many people are trading it and so many people, like, I'm one of those guys, I think you agree, it doesn't only matter about the strategy. Like the strategy is just a language to read price action. Yeah. You could give someone like a perfect strategy on like a silver platter and they're going to mess it up because most people just mess up trading. Yeah. But do you think because there's a bigger pool of people that trade ICT because it's popular, that could skew the results? Or I think it's just literally like ICT is less profitable?
Yeah, I think ICT can work fine. I like to make fun of it a bit because
it's easy to make fun of.
To me, it's silly, right? There's too many things. Yeah, It's really complicated, right? There's a lot of confusion, and I think that's where traders get stuck. Is like the ones I'll give you this: the ones that trade ICT and are getting payouts are the ones that have basically taken one concept from it, right? And they're like, that's the thing that I like.
Sure. Yeah.
And then they go in with their mental state sort of stuff, right? Some people trade the FEG, some people trade the liquidity pools. Boom, profitable, right? They're not using all of the concepts and all of these slang words and everything, and I barely understand it at this point.
100%. No, that's well said. I agree with that. I think you can be over inundated with information. And I'll be like, I'm also one of those people, I recognize that ICT didn't create these concepts necessarily. He has like taken from other things and renames them and repackaged it. But what I like about what I can respect about it is that like, okay, but he did repackage it in a way that people can digest it if they want to. Yeah. But I totally understand. Like a lot of ICT is kind of cringe, and a lot of the names are cringe and they're funny.
It's quite literally exactly what I did with Dumb Money Concepts. I was like, I want my own cult following. So
Smart.
So I actually researched how did ICT do it. He came up with buzzwords and different things like this, right? His own community, and I was like, I'll just recreate the exact same thing, but simpler and less crazy, right? And now I have a group of people who scream DMC to the world, right?
Yeah.
And it's a small little version of that, right? I'm literally like, it's funny because I make fun of them, but I'm doing the exact same thing. It's literally the exact same thing.
Speaking of dumb money concepts and the success around dumb money concepts, I did see recently on YouTube that you had like $100 to $1 million challenge type of thing going on. Can you just like give the backstory to that? Because I wasn't able to follow it, but I remember seeing that on X. Like, what was the deal with that?
Yeah, I probably should have put some more production into it to get some more views and whatnot. But it was basically, it was fake. It was all fake, right? Okay. And I was illustrating in the last video all of the different ways you could have faked it, right? So there's a lot of traders who do these small account flips, right? And all of them are fake, right? And I can see how they're fake, right? So I did it myself, and the God honest truth was I think I got 5 trades in a row before I blew the entire account. So I got up to like 10K or something like that. And then overall, I think it was like 13 trades and I got 3 of them wrong, right? So it was something like a 70% win rate, right? But still essentially impossible to do, right? I then plugged in the math. Let's say it took you a month to do this, right? And you have because in theory you could do it, but the number of times you have to do it over and over, right, in order for it to actually work, even with like a 70% hit rate, which is an incredibly good hit rate, right? So I did all the math, right? And it would have been like 4 years of doing this in order to actually be able to do it properly, right? To do it every single month. And so that's basically what I was trying to illustrate is like, I know Alex G did one and it's fake for sure. Like he didn't sit there for 4 years with a 70% win rate. I'm assuming that he's profitable, right? I'm assuming that he actually is making money and it still would have taken 4 years, right?
Yeah. So, no, that is brilliant, bro. That's hilarious. And
so the ways that you can cheat, right, is one, I own my own broker essentially, right, Maven. So I can just go in and delete trades if I wanted to. So what you can do is you can actually hedge and just bet 2 different directions, record your analysis in both directions, and then delete it, right? The next thing that you could do is you could just average in to a long and then delete all of the other ones so that you time the exact bottom, right?
Yeah.
Another option, trying to remember them now here. I can't. There's a few different things, but essentially, even if you don't own your own broker, like you just contact a broker and people are willing to do this for you because then it's free publicity for them, right?
Well, dude, again, like not to call out specific people, but I'm gonna do it. Like TJR, that dude's funny. He makes good social media content. He's funny. I'll give him that. He's entertaining, but bro, the kid is trading futures on an unregulated CFD broker. It's a lie. Like no one in the United States would trade a personal account. If they're in the United States, they would not choose to trade an unregulated CFD broker if they're living in the United States, especially if they're trading hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like he had a post the other day, like I made $500,000 on FOMC. I'm like, dude, on an unregulated CFD broker in the United States, it just makes no sense. Of course it's a lie. Like it's just, it's silly. So I've had brokers hit me up, man. They DM me and offer me these things. Like we could, you could promote, we can give you a demo account, blah, blah, blah. Like it's a real thing.
Yeah. I see it being on the more broker side too. Influencers contact me all the time. Hey, give me free stuff, whatever. I want to just make demo trades.
Do you think it happens on the prop firm side? I feel like it doesn't, but I could be incorrect. But I feel like it's a broker thing.
It happens. I would even argue that you had mentioned some names before that got massive payouts. I have no reason to believe that those are real.
Interesting.
Right.
Can you name which person?
I mean, I'm not gonna go into it, but there are multi-million-dollar payouts that, you know, it makes no sense to me that a firm would pay that out to somebody. Like when they're clearly like there's no way, no way that the firm would pay it out, but there's no way somebody would sit on that amount of money. First of all, right? Like you have millions of dollars waiting to get paid out, and you're just going to keep trading, right? Like I don't know what you're doing. Why are you leaving that in the account?
Well, okay. Like with Apex, it's a little different though, because Apex, they have their rules are totally different. Like the people who have taken $1 million in a single payout, that's really only been done through Apex Trader Funding, which is one of the biggest firms in the space. Like I think they most likely have the liquidity for this type of thing, because they are just like the behemoth of the futures prop space. But so I hear what you're saying, but the payout structure, the way it works with a firm like Apex, which is the one that I've never seen another firm pay out $1 million to anyone else. It's only Apex, and the way the payout structure works is their payouts are capped, right? So generally, you can take $2,000 out per account. Now, you can, if you're going with the 50K accounts, which is the most popular. Now, you could still get like a $40,000 payout each payout cycle if you're taking out 2,000 at a time. But they're capped until you reach like 8 payouts and like 120 trading days. So in the FAQs, the way it's set up is that you cannot take your full balance out until you've reached a certain amount of days and a certain amount of payouts have been processed. So, I mean, not saying I would know for sure if it's fake or not, but just for the purposes of like the reason that they would sit on that is not because they wanted to, but because they had to get to that point.
Yeah, I get it perfectly. There could be viable reasons why this is possible. I think the guys that are actually making the $1 million payouts are not the guys that are also good at marketing for their courses.
Sure.
I talk about this on stream sometimes. Is the skill set to be an influencer is the exact opposite of being a trader. So it is impossible not impossible, but for you to be a good influencer and a good trader is next to impossible. Right? If you think about the things that gather attention, it's all hype, degeneracy, crazy antics, right? That's the stuff that people want to watch, and that's the stuff people follow for. Being a trader is incredibly boring, and you sit still and you do nothing, right? So the best traders are the ones that aren't actually making any noise, right? So then I think about what's the chance that, hey, you know, these influencers basically just struck a deal to market, right? Here's $1 million to go run some paid promotion. Basically, I look at it as a paid promotion. The firm has contacted the influencer. We're going to pay you out via a payout. That's your payment for paid promotion. And therefore it's a payout.
I think these things happen, but I don't know. Maybe listen, you're deeper in the space, so maybe you have the knowledge to be a little more cynical about some of these like big payouts that have happened. Yeah. But again, I have another example. Like, so I know a guy who, again, he took a $1 million payout with Apex. He's not an influencer at all. Now, when he took that payout, Apex he hit his like 120 days. He got to his uncapped payouts. He was trading the accounts for, 3, 4, 5 months, whatever. Yeah. He goes to request his uncapped payouts. Apex starts ghosting him a little bit. They're not answering. Now, Apex pays people. I have friends who have taken 40K payouts from Apex. I've never traded with Apex much until just recently, so I just started. But they pay out in general. Now, so I don't want to say that they weren't going to pay him, but they were replying very slowly to him after his request, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And Eventually, they pay him out, but this kid who was not an influencer had a mentor who was an influencer, and he goes to his mentor who has a platform, a following. He makes a big post about it on X, gets all of the head starts seeing it, people start talking about it. Then a few days later, Apex deposits the money into his account. So
Yeah.
Again, like, is that like a whole marketing scheme for this kid to who's not even an influencer? Probably not. He probably got the $1 million payout. So it's possible. And again, I think only Apex is one of the only firms that can even handle that, because I mean, they're making so much money, man. Like 20 people are buying 20 accounts at a time. One day pass, they let you try to pass in one day. Think of how many people are just churning those, trying to get those funded over and over and over again. Paying the activation fee. So I definitely hear you. And I do think there are a ton of examples of what you're talking about, for sure. And I get the influencer thing too. I always say, if you can live stream and you can take your trades live, I think there's some credibility you could have there. Like, for example, on this stream, every single trade that I've taken on stream since we started PFM TV has been live. I called it out, and they actually saw me go from day one with these Tradeify accounts to a $10,000 payout in
Nice.
2 weeks. And every trade was taken here on stream. So like, I think live streaming
only the Nasdaq.
Yeah, I only trade the Nasdaq. I look at ES as well, and I just look for like correlations between the two assets. But yeah, that's primarily.
It's really interesting too, is because you're not incentivized in any possible way to make traders lose, right?
Yeah, no, not at all.
I actually get a lot of comments about that every once in a while. Is because I own Maven, people are like, "Oh, you're taking a loss because you want traders to blow their accounts."
Yeah, totally.
I'm like, that's insane, but it could be true, right? Like,
the logic is there. It's a logical perspective. I would hope that, like, because I mean, there's a lot of prop firms that stream, and shout out to them. They're creating awesome entertainment. It's fun. I think live streaming is one of the best things that happened to the trading space, just for the simple fact that like trading can be really lonely. And it's nice to have, some talking heads, and you can learn, and you can just like be with the crew. But technically, like, a prop firm that has a live stream does technically maybe logically have an incentive to take losing trades. But I don't buy that. And I think you don't either, because you do it. I don't buy that because, first off, like you said, a lot of times it's 50-50 whether something's going to work or not. I remember I've had situations where I tried to lose money in a funded account, right? Because like I went over my consistency rule or something, and I end up making more. Like I'm trying to take the wrong trade, and I end up taking more and more winning trades. So it's almost like it'd be really hard to successfully call out trades.
We had a really funny idea. We have like our board, right? There's 4 of us that own shares of Maven. And we have all these crazy ideas all the time, and I wish we could implement them. I wish we had a massive tech team so we could like roll out stuff all the time. But we had an interesting challenge that we wanted to release, was a biggest loser challenge. So you try to blow your account as fast as possible, right? And your fees would be like a competition, and then you get free challenges from it, right? So the winner, whoever did it fast as possible or whatever. But then the commissions would be like reverse, so you'd be making money by trading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were just curious to see if because everyone jokes about how fast they can blow their money, right? So we're like,
exactly.
Let's put it to the test. And I have a feeling that nobody's going to be able to do it.
That's hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. I would love to see that happen. We got some questions in the chat for you, Hunter.
Totally.
So Sam the Trader is asking, over time, what have you found to be the biggest factor that determines whether a dumb money concept trade ends up profitable or not? Is it the entry timing, the market conditions, or your position management?
Oh wow, there's a lot. That's a big question, right? So the most, sorry, say it again. The most significant thing that affects whether or not it's going to be profitable or not.
Yeah, I guess like if you had to pick what's more important, like the entry timing, the market conditions, or trade management, what would you say is like the If you had to tier those three things, what's most important to least important?
Market conditions are the least important.
Okay.
That's a given for sure. There's entry timing, and what's the third one?
Trade management. So I guess like maybe like moving stops to break even, trailing, stuff like that.
Okay. So a really interesting thing, that if you want to be right always, right? And this is how I try to trade on prop firms, because again, I said it is more important that you go on winning streaks than have a profitable strategy with prop firms. I know that sounds crazy. I could be an unprofitable trader and still make money on prop firms by having really awesome winning streaks. And so how do you do that? Is you manage your trade properly, you manage your margin properly, and you manage your drawdown properly, right? And then you DCA sort of thing, right? So when I was talking about, hey, let's say, let's look at yesterday's here, right? Where I knew it was going to go up, right? Because of those 4-hour wicks there. If you remember seeing, I'm just going to click over to the 4-hour really quick so you can see, right? Those 4-hour wicks there, we knew it was going to come up and retest these levels, right?
Yeah.
We just didn't know if we were going to get fucked first. And I literally said this on stream, and then I ended up getting fucked, right? You know what I mean? I was like, I know the direction, right? For sure, right? We just don't know if we're going to get raped first, right? Anyways, so what you can do is you can enter, right? Like one time here, right? And then you can enter where your stop loss would have been. You then close the first trade at break even when it comes back up, and now you have a really awesome entry, right? And by DCAing like that and managing your trade, like so you would add to it, right? And you could do this maybe 3 times or something, right? And then you would close it out when it comes back, because it could keep going down, right? And then you could add to it again. And when you're not just martingaling in, so martingaling is continuously add, but you are DCAing and then closing the trades at break even. What you're doing is you're optimizing your entry, and you're making it so you have an incredibly high win rate. Now, mind you, if I do this on my personal account, which I do, some days I take terrible losses, right? Because some days it just rockets down, right? But on a prop firm, it doesn't matter, because you just blow the account and you start over, right? So this is, I'm literally telling you, the absolute best strategy to make money is use a prop firm and then do DCAing on levels and average out as it comes back up, right? So you manage your trade properly. That would be the number one most important thing, would be the trade management. And then your entry timing, because entry timing actually doesn't really matter if you do this.
If you do the DCA. Yeah, no, that makes sense for sure. I have another question for you, but real quick too, guys. I know we've been doing some giveaways. We can give away some Maven accounts, right? What are we giving away? Hunter, was it 20K?
Yeah, let's give away some 20Ks.
Some 20K accounts. All right, guys. So we are close to 100 likes. When we hit 100 likes on the stream, we're like a few likes away. Let's give away maybe two of the 20K Maven accounts. We'll set that up. But in the meantime, another question for you, Hunter, from Ingrid here. She says, so Maven has a news trading rule. However, if the stop loss is hit during news, is it a violation? What prompted you to modify this rule? So I guess you guys changed it up recently. And how important is it to you and the traders?
I'm not sure if we modified it. News trading rule. Basically, my kind of mantra on what a prop firm is a way to train the trader and educate them so that they can then get some money and go on their own later, right? So all of the rules that I have in place for Maven are all things to help you in the future, so that when you do get some money, you don't blow everything and then go commit suicide because you've just ruined your life, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, we don't allow martingale. We don't allow all or nothing bets. We don't allow news trading, but you don't get breached for news trading. It's just you can't profit during the news, right? And I think that's all the question is basically, hey, if it hits your stop loss, it doesn't matter. We don't care. But if it hits your take profit during news, that trade won't count. So now we're just telling you, hey, don't put yourself at risk because you can only lose during the news, basically, right?
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Great answer, man. I think that answered it for you, Ingrid. And I see we hit 100 likes, guys. We're at 110. So let's run it. Let's run it real quick, guys. Hunter, are you good? Do you want to stay until 11? Usually guests do either 10:30, 9:30 at 10:30 or to 11. Just whatever you're feeling, man. You're more than welcome.
I'll stay until the end of the day if we need to.
Beautiful. All right, let's go. So, all right, guys, let's do this. Let's give away 2 of the 20K Maven accounts. To enter the giveaway, what you're going to do is come over to YouTube. Okay, so I know we got a lot of viewers on X, but we want to get as many views on YouTube as possible. So come over to YouTube, type in the chat, Hunter. Let's do Hunter. That'll be the keyword in the chat. Shout out Hunter, and I'll get your entries in, and we'll run this giveaway quick, guys.
Do you use Botrix to draw it, or like?
Dude, I need to come up with a better system. All I do, maybe you can help me with that. All I do is I get people to type into the chat a keyword. I copy and paste it into ChatGPT. It separates for me, and then I like
let me show you. If you get Botrix, wait, I'll put it on my other screen here. One sec. I think
Botrix.
Botrix, yeah, I think it uses for Kick and YouTube. I'm just trying to get logged in here. Yeah, here, I think you can see on my screen here. Usually this is what I do. Is it Botrix? Loyalty. It's a raffle thing. Wait, widgets. I think it's the same thing as what you do. Draws, conduct raffles. I think that's the one. Yeah. And then you type in a command here, right? And then it spins it, right?
Interesting. I gotta do that.
People type in the chat.
Do you stream on Kick as well when you go live? Like, how do you live stream a lot? How often are you live streaming?
Every day.
Every day. Market open. What are the hours you're on stream?
Well, market open for me is 6:30. So sometimes I prefer to not be full of energy in this character. Dancing around like a leprechaun, right? So I have to kind of take my own time. If I was a full-time influencer, I'd be doing that and whatnot. But I do, again, I run Maven. I create content. I trade. It's 3 jobs in one.
Yeah, definitely.
so I can't be on for market open, right? So I usually do the noon hour.
Nice. And so it's on YouTube, Kick. Where else do you go live?
YouTube,
so the chat goes.
Yeah.
YouTube,
Dumb Money Hunter on all of them.
Awesome, dude.
I think a short might look wise soon, right?
Yeah, dude, I could do. Yeah, guys, I got all your entries in. I actually want to talk about this. I'll pull my screen up real quick, and then I'll let you you say too. I'm also kind of eyeing a short here.
Yeah. So you can see if you look at the 4 hour, like there's the level there, right? You do have this. So the thing is, a lot of my strategy also comes down to like timing of candles, right? So when you see here, okay, we've got this wick at the bottom here, right? And this is essentially printing a failure to make a new low, but we still have 3.5 hours until that candle closes, right? So let's say it only had 15 minutes left. I probably wouldn't want to be taking too much of a short. Like I wouldn't be shooting for new lows, right?
Yeah.
Just because, hey, that's probably going to come back up, right? And then you can drop the different time frames, right? There's 20 minutes left on this 1 hour, right? We got the 30 minute just recently kind of closed. So we bounced off that level. So we're probably going to come up and hit this, right? So I'd probably want to short somewhere in here after we see a reaction off that.
I like it. And what would you be looking to target? I'll explain my idea too right after.
Yeah, honestly, so this level's already tested. So probably the 1 hour here sort of thing. I just kind of I just kind of drew this fib sort of thing, right? I don't even know if I believe that to be the right level, but this is the level from yesterday, right? So again, the levels can be used again, or if you really wanted to play the long-term game, you could shoot down here. But the only two levels I see is this and then down here, right? So this might get a massive, I guess there's this level too, yesterday's low.
Yes, yeah, that could be a target for sure. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at, because I have a limit order set, so we might get a fill. I'll show you guys, and then we'll run the giveaway. But real quick, because I do want to always update you guys if I'm in a trade or not. So I have a limit order set right here. Small position, just 5 micros.
Yeah.
So we have this big 15-minute bearish fair value gap. I kind of just want this area, this overall zone, to be my line in the sand. So we have a few things. I also use volume profile hunter. So that's like another aspect of my style that makes me a little different from like just ICT. So I use volume profile. But basically, I have a few things I'm thinking about. So number one, we have an 80% setup, still technically in play, guys, on the NQ. We have not touched the previous day's point of control yet. Roughly 80% of the time, we engage the previous day's point of control at some point in the trading day. So I like to use that as a magnet for price direction, price targets when we haven't engaged it yet. So we called this on stream, right, chat? We were talking about how we consolidated here and accumulated. And then when we got this move up, I was saying this feels like a manipulation move to come down and take out all of these stacked lows. And then ideally, we move down to the point of control. So if you guys were with me, I think a lot of you probably were in the morning, we got that move. The problem was I could not get short because right at the open, we just ripped. We just kept going lower. So I had limit orders. I had a limit order here around like 180s, never got filled. I put another limit order down at like 160s, didn't get filled. So now we're kind of getting that deeper retracement. We also have the previous day's value area high coming in at 26,153. So my limit order is kind of just a bit higher than that, kind of expecting that maybe we run a little bit higher into this gap. And if we get filled, which I got a feeling we will, I'm still, the one thing I don't like about this, I would have much preferred to be getting short on this price leg. I just didn't get the pullback I needed. Now I will say it's a little riskier because we got a pretty good bearish move. We tapped into this imbalance here. And again, we kind of front ran the previous day's point of control, but we got pretty close to it. I'm going to go with the idea that we probably still want to engage it, but this has really got to be my line in the sand. So this 15-minute bearish gap, if we break above this, I'll probably cut the idea and we'll look for maybe like 1R or 0.R. So we just got filled.
Yeah, I think I'm about to fill too here. I want to jump in as well. Just trying to be a little patient.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I'm kind of shorting into some strength right now, but we have some key levels. So, we'll see how we react in here. If we just push up immediately, I'm not going to say that it would be the most surprising thing in the world because we still are very bullish higher time frame and we've had a pretty deep retracement. But we'll see. I think it's worth a little bit of risk, and we'll see if we can catch 20 points, 25 points. But that's where we're at. So this is my first trade of the day, guys. I'm going to set a limit TP for 25, 30 points, maybe around 130, 131.
Oh, you're just doing a short one, eh?
Yeah. So I really just look for base hits. My biggest trades are usually, it depends. Yesterday I had a really good read on the market, and so we caught 50 points. So it depends, but generally right now I think I feel like we should be able to capture maybe 25 points, just getting in at a good spot. So I'm going to set this TP down here around the 130s. And I'll put a hard stop all the way up here, guys, but I probably wouldn't allow it to get this high. But, just in case, we always put a hard stop.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to take a short with you here too.
Nice. Okay, cool. Love it.
Take it there. Yeah.
Dude, is that where do you get that noise? What platform are you shorting on? I love that that trade entry noise.
TradingView.
Oh, that's directly off TradingView on your personal account?
Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure I'm on my personal account.
I got to because I'm copy trading and I copy trade through Tradeovate. I have to execute from the Tradeovate platform to run the copier. I can't hit buy and sell on TradingView, unfortunately. They the technology doesn't allow it. So you got to execute from here.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I don't even being Canadian, we can't even use Tradeovate.
Really? You can't use Tradeovate in Canada?
Not at all. No. There's a lot of different laws for Canadians that basically there's only one futures broker we can use. It's Interactive Brokers. And the margin is absolutely terrible for it. I think you get 3x or something. And so for one NQ contract, I believe it's 25K US, which is like 35K Canadian. So to have one mini contract, I need 35K in the account. So you have to trade micros, right? With a 10K account, you can only trade 3 micros maximum, right? And then you can't invest in anything. So I guess it kind of slows the burn if you mess up, and I think that's kind of the reasoning is the government doesn't want to make the Canadians go broke gambling.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things about futures, because that's in general too. I mean, in the US as well, if you're trading a personal brokerage, to be able to hold overnight, if you want to hold futures contract, even one NQ mini overnight, most brokers, they have a margin requirement of around like 15 grand at least for just one NQ mini contract. So overnight trading is, I mean, you can do it if you want to have a personal account, like a bigger personal account like that. But that's what's great about props. Of course, you can't hold overnight, but you don't have these insane margin requirements. But okay, I mean, yeah, guys, we're starting off in drawdown, but we're just down like a few points. So it's just consolidating right here. We'll see if we can get this move. Right now, we're just chilling. So yeah, something about this feels a little bit off. But this is going to be, maybe we tap into this 5-minute gap. We'll see what happens. The only thing, man, I just don't like, I'm trying to remember the reality that we are just insanely bullish. You know what I mean? Like, the market has been irrationally going up. So this is not off to a great start, honestly.
We actually had a pretty bullish 15-minute close. I think I'm just going to close that out. And I'm just going to wait. I'm going
to give it room. I'm going to see how we react if and when we come up towards midnight, and I'll see. I'll try and give it a little bit of room here, but this is not the best initial reaction. This looks pretty rough. But
if I'm trying to get better at this, and this I'm actually maybe happy with my decision right now. But this is something that I do struggle with is being attached to trades too much.
Yeah.
If you look at the 15-minute close, I didn't get the reaction I wanted to, right? There was no rejection off of those levels. It just kind of closed right back within that range. So I think there's a good chance now, whether it's 50-50, but I think it's a good chance that we come up to the top of that range now, right? So I could always just enter again.
Yeah.
If we get a reaction off the top of the range now.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching ES right here. This is also this should be the line in the sand, previous day's point of control, and this 15-minute gap. If we get a strong 15-minute closure above 6,900, I think my idea is probably not going to work out. So I'm going to watch ES as well. This is where I use both. But yeah, there's such a fine line between being married to a trade idea and just giving it enough room to work out. So yeah, we're always kind of battling that. So I'm going to give it the room. We tapped into that 5-minute gap, kind of refining the zone. Maybe we pull back a little bit now. I'm going to set an alert at like 150s to see if we come into profit there. I'm going to start monitoring it, and I might manage it more aggressively because I just didn't like that initial reaction. But
if you want, there's something that I don't personally do, but I've always kind of wondered about it because, levels can be so incredibly accurate on the NQ. And I know, so the guy who kind of taught me how to trade, Trader Sumo, he does this, is he takes scalps on high time frame levels, right? So if you jump over to that 4 hour, you can see that, that body from today that it bounced off of, right? Do you know what I mean?
This one right here.
Yeah, the low, the body low there, right? you can see how tight that actually is, right? Like I think, let me see, it was only 10 ticks, right? So if you want super accurate trades, oftentimes you can just enter immediately on those levels, right?
Yeah,
And then just put a stop of like, you know, 15 ticks or whatever, right? And then you can get these crazy R setups, right? Because those are actually pretty probable that they just bounce and then you scalp them. You're in and out in 5 minutes, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree a lot. So I'm big on that. Like I enter off usually the 1 minute time frame, but I'm always trying to use higher time frame levels to frame my ideas around. For me, a 15-minute is still decent, but that's about the lowest I go to like frame the idea around. But ideally, like I love targeting 4-hour fair value gaps or 4-hour zones to play the bounce of. I totally agree with that. But we'll see. We're still alive here. It's holding up. We're coming back down. So we will see. But let's run this giveaway quick, and I'll keep you guys posted on this trade. I got the names and the list. We had a lot of entries. Guys, I already got the entry, so people have like still been just typing Hunter in the chat.
Yeah.
It's it's been done. But a lot of you got in. So we got this. Let's get this pinwheel going. We'll do two spins. We'll give away 2 20K Maven accounts. Let me just put this new list in. All right, chat. We're gonna spin this. Hold on. I used to do a drum roll right before I do it, but I've been using this gong noise.
I heard the gong right before I jumped on. It was epic, yeah. That's cool.
Oh wait. Hold up, guys. All right, now we're ready.
Wong. Oh, good.
Who's it gonna be?
I used to use this wheel too, actually, for my streams back in the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Montana Hans, you were the winner. You won a 20K Maven account. Shout out Montana. Let us know you're in the chat, Montana, and I'm going to just save your name. And guys, to claim your account, it's super easy. All you got to do is go to PFM support on X. Okay, so I'm going to link that right here for you. I'll throw it in the chat. Just DM them, send them a screenshot, show them your YouTube name, and they will hook you up. So I just linked it in the chat. There you go. Let's run one more.
So do you? I got a question for you. Do you trade personal or do you just trade only on prop firms?
I trade personal as well. Just I'm less focused on it. So I do trade personal account though. I actually took a withdrawal at the beginning of the month on my personal account.
Unreal.
But yeah, super chill on it, man. Like I trade micros on the personal. But I did get to the point where I cut my teeth on prop firms. I learned on prop firms, began to have success there. So I just felt like it's a natural progression that I should be trading personal as well. I should learn how to manage a personal account longer term, because the thing about props, you can get so caught up in the churn and burn cycle, even if you're making money. Like I do really well at props now. But you can totally just get that like churn and burn, like, hey, I blew an account, but it's all good because as long as I make more than I spend, I'm profitable and it's great. It works. Prop firms are beautiful for that. But I want to be a well-rounded trader. So yeah, I do trade personal as well. I just use Tradeovate. That's my platform.
Yeah, fair play.
All right, let's run this one more. Let's go. Hey, there you go. I recognize that name. You're in the chat a lot. Varun Trader. Shout out Varun. Again, bro, all you got to do is go to PFM support on X. Show them your YouTube name. Send a timestamp. Make it easy for them, and you're good to go. But all right, there we go. How's this trade doing? All right, not too bad.
It's about sitting a break even still.
Yeah.
I'm torn on it. Part of the reason being is exactly what you're saying is fundamentally NASDAQ is just insanely bullish.
Yeah.
So, we're kind of stuck in this range right now where we've got wicks to both the top and the bottom. So, you know, I think there's a good chance it does come down. I just don't really know what's happening right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I honestly, I didn't like that initial reaction. I was hoping my order was going to be a good spot to go right into profit. And we extended a little further than I would have liked. But yeah, I did refine the zone a little bit. So again, this overall zone is that 15-minute gap. I want to see hold as enough resistance to bring us down like 20 points. But if I refine, we had this 5-minute gap like on the premium extended area. So
yeah,
we tapped into that and got a decent reaction. But I will say I'm overall less confident already in the trade after seeing the initial reaction. But I'm going to give it the room it needs to breathe. We have a little 5-minute bullish gap in here. We really need to like run through this. If this just holds as resistance and we make a new high, I'm going to be way less into it. So
totally.
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah, I'd like to see a nice reaction and then maybe take the short back down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, if we do get a good short, like this is again, this TP would be low hanging fruit. Like if we are going lower, I think we could honestly make a new leg and finally engage that previous day's point of control. So it's reasonable. I think like this would, if this wins, I'd be happy to take another short lower if we keep going. But yeah, I don't like this. I mean, we're bouncing from this 15-minute gap. We're irrationally bullish. So like if the market just wants to go back up to highs, I can't say like, oh my God, that's insane, because that's what it's been doing all week, you know?
Yeah, I think I was looking at, I use the Edge Finder now as well from Trader Nick.
Nice.
The Edge Finder shows you what the average move per day is too, and it's like 0.75%, like average per day, which is quite a lot, I think, for the Nasdaq right now.
Yeah, 0.75, like almost 1% per day.
Almost 1% per day, which is just it's pretty crazy volatility. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. I'm not sure.
The volatility has picked up, in my opinion, in October. I think over the summer it was a little bit slower. Over the summer, a lot of my base hit trades were 10 to 15 points. And I've noticed in October, volatility's picked up that I could capture a 100-point move or 50-point move relatively easily, like in the sense that the volatility is there to give me that amount. So it's important to watch that stuff. Shout out Trader Nick. I actually got to get him on here. I haven't talked to him myself, but I used to watch his streams all the time.
Yeah, you should definitely get him on. We had him on the Maven podcast. We do a Maven podcast every Tuesday. Just for, you know, it's not as much live trading, but it's kind of like the discussion. We get different people on and whatnot.
He's a swing trader, right?
Yeah, swing trades, and he does fundamentals, right? He's been in a NASDAQ long since that Trump tweet, basically. Nice. He's killed it. I think he was in silver for, all year sort of thing too, and absolutely killed it there too. So there are aspects of his trading style that I really want to incorporate into my own, right? Because my technicals is great, but adding in fundamentals, knowing that hey, we're irrationally bullish right now, and adding that into my formula and saying, hey, maybe it's not the best idea to be super short, despite the technicals telling me that it's probably going to come down.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. I'm like, as a technical scalper, especially someone that's executing on the 1 and 5 minute, like I really pay absolutely no minds to the fundamentals at all, because for me, it really doesn't seem to matter. But to your point, the market is irrationally bullish. It's not even pushback, but the only thing I would say is from a technical perspective, we could just like look at it as like, I don't need to know why it's going up like this, but it is irrationally bullish. So on a 1 minute entry and a 5 minute entries, it's the same thing. Why should I short this when we've been so insanely bullish, which I have not followed. I've done it. Like Friday and Monday, we were red on stream. I was trying to short and it just was not going to happen. And there were so many technical reasons on why it should go a little bit lower. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. They're ignoring everything right now because we're in the AI bubble, right? The crazy thing is if you look at fundamentals, every indicator is pointing to growth in the stock market for the U.S. economy, right? GDP is going up. Rates are going down. They're expected to go down all through next year, right? The only thing that is not bullish traditionally is the unemployment rates. Unemployment rates are getting worse, right?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, we don't need jobs anymore. The companies don't need workers in order to make profit. Everything is AI. Everything is computer, right? So they're like Amazon literally just laid off. I didn't even actually look at what happened to them. It was like 2 days ago. Amazon laid off like 30,000 workers or something because they just turned them all to robots. And looks like, hey, guess what? Amazon pumped up 10%.
Damn, what kind of jobs did they eliminate?
I didn't look too deep into it. Honestly, somebody told me this, and if it's not true, then somebody lied to me. I didn't even look into it, but somebody told me 30,000, and I think it was a coworker. So I trust them, right?
Yeah, no, I mean we know it's happening. We know that people are getting laid off, man.
So we just had a 1 hour close and a 30-minute close. And I just want to look at those candles right now because a lot of my strategy comes down to what are the closes, right? And whenever a new close happens, how I prioritize them are the most recent closes and the highest time frames are the most important, right? So this hourly close.
Here, let me go back to your chart. Actually, you showed.
Sure. So this 4 hour is super important, but as we close and we get further into that 4 hour, this candle becomes less significant. We were only 1 hour into it, but when there's only 1 hour left, then this candle is not super important anymore. And now we'd be looking at the 1 hour or the 2 hour close or something, right? So we've just had a 30-minute close and a 1 hour close. So we can look at both of those, right? And we can see, hey, the 1 hour, we actually closed back within and we failed this. So we've got this kind of weird range right now.
Yeah.
Where that is what the 1 hour is telling me, right? And then I look at the 30-minute, same sort of thing, close back within. So again, I don't know what the heck's going on. I'd probably lean towards the bull side now up into this level just because we've been irrationally bullish, right?
Yep.
Because we regained this level and we're going to buy off of that right there that we regained. And then we're going to come to the opposite side, right?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm like, in regards to my trade, I'm just cautiously watching. One of the things about getting in at limit orders in the way that I do, especially like when you're getting in early, just at a zone of interest, you have to be okay with the trade taking some time to set up.
Yes.
And it might not set up while you're in profit. So it depends. You got to decide, like, how confident am I in getting in at this price? Do I think it's just generally a good price? Do I think it's a good zone? Because it could take a little while to finally set up, where waiting for your confirmation entry and waiting for the setup to actually form in your zone of interest. The good thing about that is, if you are right, if your idea is going to play out, you should see it playing out quicker because you waited. But you're going to get a worse price in theory. You know,
one of the great dilemmas of the trader. Do I limit order or do I wait for a reaction? Exactly. And if you had waited for the reaction off of this one, right, off that 4, you would have missed it, right?
Exactly, man. So move, right? You know, where I'm at now is like, I really do not like the reaction so far. So it always depends on what I'm seeing, if I'm going to let it go to a full stop or give it the room it needs or just cut it early. And this particular setup, I'm not super interested in giving it the room for the full stop loss. I'd rather cut it early and try again. But again, it's pulling back now. I'm back around break even, but it's just in a pretty big chop fest right here.
Yeah. We can watch this 5 minute even, right? Like, you've got this level here, right? And you can see by that logic, attempted to make a new high, right? And if this 5 minute closes like that, right, then potentially it comes back down to the next level lower, which might be down here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And then
like, for me,
that would satisfy your base hit.
it would definitely satisfy the base hit. Yeah, like I see a little open imbalance on the 5 minute, just a slight one that starts around 139. Like my TP's right around that overall zone. So yeah, it could still play. It could still play, but I don't like the consolidation we're in. But I'm giving it the room it needs because I did get in on a limit order instead of waiting for confirmation.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about, like, you can always get in and then just get out, right? Like I did. I placed kind of that limit order. I've decided to go against you. And
you long right now?
No. I'm not trading this.
Okay.
If we see, like, it's not the reaction I wanted. So sometimes what I'll often do is I'll place the limit order just to see if they get that crazy reaction, right? Profit really quick, right? But if it doesn't get any reaction, then you might as well just exit, right?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Like, you're like, okay, if I get filled on this, I want to see the reaction I'm looking for. And if not, tight stop, cut it quick. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what? My trade is back at break even, so we're gonna chill for now. But I think I gave away one Maven account in the morning. Maybe we'll do one more before you head off. I didn't even realize it's 11 a.m. Yeah, let's run. Oh, let me go to my chart. Just came into a little bit of profit on trade.
Yeah, get it.
Are we gonna get this, guys? It's still totally teasing. Ah, man.
Yeah. See,
I'm really
literally exactly what I knew was going to happen, is because we're in that weird range now, right? Yeah. So they don't know what direction to go, so they're buying up both sides.
Yep, 100%.
Attempts to make new highs. It'll pick a direction, and then you can play from there.
Yeah, I'm watching this 5-minute bullish gap I marked out right here, guys. Like, it's holding a support, but it's also not bouncing. Oh, why'd I get logged out? It's not bouncing clearly. So, yeah, I'm just going to try and give it this room. We have 4 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. If we can get a 5-minute closure below here, I'm going to feel really good, but I don't know if that is set to happen. So we're going to see. If it's just chopping around at break even, I have no problem holding it. You know, if I'm chopping around when I'm down like 30 points, that's a different story. But right here, I might as well just see it through. But all right, guys, do we want to run one more giveaway before Hunter from Maven hops off? Dude, this has been a great stream, man. You got to come on more. You're always welcome. You know, this was fun,
yeah. This is basically all I do is I sit on streams and I trade and I banter about, you know, this was actually a pretty calm one for me. Yeah. Was as I'm wearing like this, right? Like this is normal, everyday sort of antics.
We have, you know, we're pretty lucky. This is what we do, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like this is I get paid for this, you know. It's like all we did is shit talk, for 3 hours.
Shit talk and speculate on markets, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's do this. Yeah, we're still in profit. We'll see if this runs through. But yeah, guys, get your entries in. This time, type Maven in the chat. Maven, so that we can differentiate the list. Yeah. Type Maven in the chat, and we will get this last giveaway going.
And guys, if you do not get the giveaway, there's a coupon match spooky 6% off and 120% profit split on Maven challenges.
Yeah. Maven's part of our spooky promo.
I know a lot of you guys are futures traders, and I am a futures trader too. But I told you at the beginning of the stream, the two-step. I gave you a hint. The two-step CFD firms are the most likely that you will make money.
Mm-hmm. We actually have a pretty good mix. We have futures and we have a lot of CFD traders who hop in the chat. Okay. It's kind of like 50-50 right now. Yeah, they were hyped when you were coming on, because we mostly give away futures accounts, which our futures traders are happy about. But we do have CFD traders in here, and they were hyped.
Yeah, that's awesome then.
All right, I'll give you guys another like 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it for entries. So what is your plan for the rest of the day, bro? Like, are you no trades today? Is that the idea? You think you don't like the market conditions?
You know, I've been struggling. I'll be honest. October was my first losing month in 2 years, I think.
Damn.
I have traded the worst possible, right? I have not gotten a single payout. I've lost a crazy amount of money on the personal account. And I should honestly just stop trading until next week. So I probably won't really take anything. And I've been also just considering, hey, I should just be swing trading, right? Having a full-time job, especially one that is Maven, which is, I have to be busy during market hours, right?
Yeah.
It's probably better that I just swing trade, but taking that one trade a day is kind of nice. There you go. Yeah. You need the phone, you know, that would be that'd be a good couple's costume to get like your girlfriend or whatever to have, do you know the photo I'm talking about?
No.
Where she's on the bed and she's on the phone and then the Scream guy's like standing behind her.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That would be funny, dude. My my girlfriend's like 8 months pregnant right now, so we're not going in. No Halloween parties. We're staying in. I'm gonna watch the Knicks game, take some sports bets, and just chill out.
Right on. Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. I've got so you asked me what I was doing today. I'm probably not really doing anything. Fridays are a little bit easier. We are I need to launch we do this quests thing. So we're starting a new quest for next week that people can get free Maven challenges. So if you guys want to do quests in order to get free challenges, you can jump into the Maven Discord, discord.gg/Maven. And there's like challenges you can do there.
Nice. If you want, maybe link it in the chat for them. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure. How do I do the chat here? Hold on. Joe, do I link the Discord? I should link the Discord, eh?
Yeah, why not? If you got a link, or just throw it in the chat on YouTube or whatever.
Join the chat. Let me jump in on my YouTube here. I didn't even notice. I didn't even see the chat going on there. There we go. Maven Discord.gg/Maven. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, just jump in there, discord.gg/Maven. You'll be able to find the challenges and whatnot on there. We do a lot of free account giveaways. I give away accounts every single day on my stream too. So if people want to join in there, you can collect points too, and then buy accounts simply by watching the stream. If you want to do, that's a cool thing actually. You could maybe throw into your stream too. Is I stream on Kick, right? And the longer people watch, they get points, and then they can buy challenges with those points.
Interesting. All right, I'm sure if Joseph, if you're watching the stream right now, maybe take some notes. That sounds cool.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
And I realize that a lot of people just sit in there and just kind of farm points, but then what's great is you get more viewers, and then the stream is more lively. More people jump in because they're like, "Oh, you got 1,000 viewers today, right?" Instead of 500 or whatever, right?
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and then so you're getting free near free marketing, right? So.
By the way, guys, you guys keep I already took the entries. So I saw Jasmine said there's a certain amount of people watching, but there wasn't that many entries. That's because people are still filtering in and out, and they're still typing in Maven. But we already took the entries, so just so you guys know, it is what it is. So okay, we got our names in here. Let's go ahead. We'll run a duck race this time. You ever do the duck race, bro? All right, let's do it.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. All right, let's hit a go.
There was a game I used to play called Type Racer when I was in high school. Instead of actually doing any work in the computer lab, everyone would just play Type Racer. And what you have to do is you have a car that races around, and you have to type whatever paragraph is on it, and then whoever types the fastest, their car moves the fastest.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, and then everyone can join in. I think there's a limit of 8 people or something, so it's not very good for streams. But I might be wrong. It might be.
Ooh,
Nice. There you go.
Nezuko. You, bro. How are you? Let's go. Congrats, bro. 20K Maven accounts. There
Nice.
you go.
Congrats,
yeah.
my guys.
Congrats, man. Type this in. So again, bro, just to claim, all you got to do is go to our match support on X. Just like this. I'll link it for you, and just DM them. Let them know you're the winner, and send them a timestamp, screenshot, show them your YouTube name. You know, they'll work it out, and they will hook you up. But all right, man. Yo, Hunter, this was a great conversation, man. I had a good time with you. It was good to chat, and yeah, come back anytime. I'm sure we'd love to have you on again.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess guys, we're gonna take a little break now, and I will be back in like 5 minutes. So we'll be right back. We'll run another giveaway too as soon as I get back. So stay tuned. Won't be long. But yeah, thanks so much, Hunter. Is there anywhere else you want people to find you or Maven or anything you want to plug?
Yeah, totally. I mean, dumb money hunter on YouTube. I do free education. I have a course on there, like Dumb Money Concepts. If you guys want to watch exactly how I trade, you know, there's guys on my live stream that hype it up every single day. The one guy comes in every single day. He says, "Hey, I used to have a 50% win rate. Now I have an 80% win rate because I followed the stupid rules from this YouTube video." Right. So if you check it out, everything is for free. I am not incentivized to charge you for anything. I don't sell any courses. The only thing I want you to do is that once you do learn how to trade, go ahead and give it a try on maventrading.com, and then make some money off Maven Trading and go on your own way. That's my goal. I want to train you, get you going on your own way, and then fuck off. You know what I mean? I don't want you around forever.
There we go, man. That's the way. And again, last time we got our match spooky sale going on, and Maven counts are on there. They are one of the few firms that's listed for the spooky Halloween deal. So code match spooky, get the best discounts. All right, man. Thanks again so much for hopping on, and we'll talk soon, brother.
Okay. Ciao.
Peace. All right, guys. Yeah, people are saying he's offline. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'll figure it out as soon as I get back. We're gonna take a little break. Just a few minutes, okay? So a few minutes, and we'll come back. We'll give away the last few accounts, and maybe this trade will come back into profit. This has been a pretty awful trade. It's not looking great, but we'll see what happens. We're in light, so I'm not too concerned. But yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes, and we will run some more giveaways, guys. So stay tuned. I'm just gonna cut this. I'll give it a sec. I said I would let it go up to the fair value gap. All right, I will be right back, fam. And we'll run some more giveaways. So stay tuned. All right. Super quick break. Super quick break. We're back, chat. We'll run another giveaway. Honestly, I didn't want to take too long of a break because I got to watch this trade. I'm in a trade and it's in drawdown, which is never fun. So can't really be off the desk for too long. I feel like we're definitely going to pop a little bit higher. We kind of made equal highs right here. Yeah, man, I don't know. Are we just going to go back up? I guess maybe that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep going up. Maybe I'll cut this. I don't know. I want to give it the little bit of room it needs. Yeah, let's just give it room up to midnight. It's not like we're in like a massive amount of size or drawdown. It's first trade of the day. We'll give it some room. This 5-minute gap is my line in the sand, guys. So if we just like push above 192, I'll have to cut it. Until then, we're just going to chill for now and give it the room that it might need. You know, we don't want to get out prematurely because, again, I do still think like technically we have not engaged this previous day's point of control. This is where it gets a little bit trickier, though. Like this is more tricky because we came within a few points. So like at that point, is it technically engaged because it's so close and then it reversed there? It could be. This is where it's like there's a bit of nuance here. But as of right now, I'm still trying to play the 80% setup. I waited for a deep retracement to get in at a better price. And like, again, if we can make it down towards that previous day's POC, you know, I may even, if this really rips back below, I would maybe even take half off and let the rest run. But right now we can't even think about that. We got to see if we can actually reject inside this 5-minute gap and start bringing us down. So we'll give it some room. Let's give it some room. Chat, how we doing? We can give away some more accounts in the meantime. We gave away 4 20Ks, which is what we had with Maven. So we'll give away some futures accounts now. Let me get the music back on. Always let me know if the music's too loud or anything, guys. But it helps me, you know, flow a little bit better. How we doing though, chat? Which account do we have in a giveaway this time? We still have Blue Guardian and Top 1 Futures. Hey, Giancarlo's in the chat. What up, bro? Good to see you. I also saw Zachary Sweeney, who's a good friend of mine, was in the chat earlier. Shout out Zach Sweeney if you're still in here, man. 5 micros. How much is that down? What's the account size? These are 100K accounts. So there's a $4,000 max loss limit. At the peak right here, I was floating like maybe $200 of drawdown. So like nothing. You know, not too bad. Just really standard position size. Not too big. Zach, I mail PFM support. Is that okay? Shivam, you can do that, but I think it's, you know, it's easier if you just DM them on X at PFM support. But if you don't have X, yeah, go ahead and email them. That's fine. Make sure you show proof of your YouTube name, though. Hey, Roach is with me in the shorts, but had to leave at break even. F setup as usual. So, okay, you got tagged out break even. Yeah, it's better than a loss, Rocha. We'll see. This 5-minute gap is our key for the inverse. This we want to see hold resistance, and this we want to see get inversed. Like it's Friday. Don't we want to see like a nice spooky sell-off into Friday? We have an unmitigated 15-minute gap here, so we could pull into here. So we'll see. We'll see. Which prop firm accounts are you trading now? Tradeify. So I have accounts with Tradeify and Apex currently. That's what I'm focusing on. Love Tradeify. They are my top instant funded firm. I've taken over almost 50K in payouts from them in like 3 months. They're awesome. They've always paid me within minutes. I'm not even kidding. Like usually I get paid within 15 minutes from requesting with Tradeify. So they're a top firm for me. And then Apex is new for me. I've never traded with Apex like significantly. I've had accounts back in maybe a year and a half ago. I traded some Apex accounts, but I was never super into them. So now though, I feel like I'm at a place where I'm better at trading and I can handle the intraday trailing drawdown. So I'm trying to mess around with some Apex accounts too, but Tradeify is like my go-to. That and Top 1 Futures is solid as well. What do you use to copy trades? Tradeivate. I just use the Tradeivate platform directly right here. Has a built-in trade copier. Okay, Jasmine is like obsessed with this giveaway, bro. Last Maven giveaway winner was not in the chat. How do I know that? I can't. All right, let's see. He's right there. Jasmine, you got to not spam the chat about it. The guy's right there, Nizuko. He's here. He won. All right, guys. Trade's coming back into profit. We're at break even right now. Might be all right. How many more accounts can I give away? Because, you know, we're getting towards the end of the stream. Might as well give away some more. Yo, this was a fire stream, though. W stream. W Hunter from Maven. He's a funny guy, man. I will say, he's got quite a personality, that dude. I like him. Good vibes. Chat, what'd you guys think? Did you like the stream with Hunter? Good guest. Who's been here every day? Who's been your favorite guest this week out of our 5 guests? Who did you guys like the most? We're doing research because we want to get some people on more regularly, you know? So let us know. You know, I want to get your opinion. Who did you like the most? Who was your favorite guest? Everyone loves John. John's already a regular, so we got him. No worries there. Who else? Strong Trader. Yeah, Tanner is the man. I really like that one. Slade is awesome. Really good dude. John is a walking W. Yeah, we got a lot. We got people like Austin, people like JD. JD Adastra is just such a good trader, man. He's like really low key and chill, but just an amazing trader. Like, I've learned a lot from him. Technicals. The strong guy. Claudia. Maven. Some people really liked Hunter. Today was the best. Okay, good range. It's good to know. It's good to know. Zach Boyajian. Yeah, man, nice. So this trade's coming back into profit. See, now I'm trying to wonder if I'm going to be right about the previous day's POC that I should like hold for a bigger move, you know? Like maybe try and catch like, I don't know, 50 points instead of 25. But I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. We still haven't even inversed this 5-minute gap. We're just coming back into it. So I really can't even say anything yet. ES also made relative equal highs here. That's not fun. Yeah, let's just give it room. Let's keep the TP where it is for now. Yeah, a lot of people like Hunter. Claudia, hearing female voice soothes the mind while trading, unless they're screaming. Jesus. Yeah, no, it is good having a female to like balance out the energy every now and then. I agree with that, guys. I do agree with that. Claudia was good. She was a great guest. All right, we're chilling in this trade. I mean, this is why we don't close early, guys. This is why we just believe in ourselves. Let's see. I'm speaking I'm totally out of pocket. This could still reverse on us. Zach, we also need CFD giveaways. We just did them. We just gave away 4 CFD accounts, fam. What did Hunter mean by 2-step prop firms? So Josh, like the CFD firms, they do they do 2-step challenges instead of 1-step. It's just a totally different model with the CFD firms. So that's what he's talking about. Would be funny if it reversed. I know, dude. Like, see, I'm going to be talking out of pocket. It's going to reverse again on me. Hey, Market Butcher's in the short with us. Okay, cool. Part of me does want to lower my TP, guys. I'm starting to, like, really believe in this a little bit more. Let's try and look for, like, 123. Watch it. It just would have hit my TP. Now it's going to reverse. It's Friday. We're having fun. I think we can go a little bit lower. We just got to really sell off past this fair value gap. We inverse this 15-minute. I mean, I think it shorts straight to previous day's POC. But we would have to get a 15-minute closure all the way below 116. So we got a ways to go on that. Let's see. I feel like this could still reverse on us, so let's just give it room. Try and be patient. The way this 15-minute looks good, though. As long as we can close like this. Move the stop now. What do you guys think? We gonna hit TP? I still think it could go anyway. I'm not super like. I'm not slamming W's in the chat just yet. He said most traders are successful with 2 steps. Yeah, that was interesting. Straight to TP. All right, you called it. Let's see. Give me it. I want it straight to TP. That would be nice. Bro, just took a short on the new Tradeify account, up 150. Let's go, Josh. Nice, dude. Took a base hit scalp. Darmesh is a regular watcher of the DMC stream. So far up 400 on my Apex PAs, up 150 on Tradeify. Let's go. Nice, dude. SMTR with S&P 500 at the top. I think it will continue dropping and make new daily low. That's what I'm hoping, bro. But, you know, this market is irrationally bullish. We have to remember that. So, like, if this wants to just hold this 15-minute bullish gap in here and just go higher, it could happen. But I'm chilling. What a way to end the week. We'll see. We'll see if it ends green. Let's see, guys. This is my first trade of the day. I've only taken one trade. It's right here. My only execution. Thank you for the account, of course, my friends. Got you. Okay, we're going to hit TP. There we go. Come on. Don't edge us. Just get a little further. Get a little further. Come on. Come on. This could totally still edge us, guys. I'm telling you. I'm not convinced at all yet. See? Oof. My goodness. Oh my God. I think we're going to get one of these situations. I got a weird feeling about it. I got a weird feeling. Let's stay positive. Let's stay positive. Yeah, all the Maven account giveaways are done. We're going to give away, what can I give away? I'm just trying to focus on this trade too, you guys. We'll see, man. I really don't want to, like, I'm going to have to go break even soon. There's no excuse for me to take a loss once it went within a few ticks of my TP, which is dangerous though, because we're really volatile. We could totally wick up back towards my entry. So I got a feeling it might happen. It's not looking good. Equal highs up on ES. Like this, I might be cooked, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to be cooked. I think this could even rip up now. I'm not kidding. I think this not looking as good. Oh, the greed. I'm not kidding. I think we're going to get a break even, fam. Yeah, we're going to get a break even for sure. I cannot believe we're getting a break even. Jesus Christ. Dude, that isn't that, guys, remember how we were talking about like you can't get annoyed when certain things happen? This is like, these are the things that bother me the most. I'll be fully transparent. This shit bothers me. Come on. Give us one more swipe down. I just don't want to get wicked out break even, man. It's this 15-minute gap, you guys. This is gonna like, there's gonna be an attempt to hold this area. Let me show you. Like, if the market wants to stay bullish, it's gonna be inside this zone. That's the problem. So I initially had a target at the midpoint, which was a good target. I should have kept it there. But again, I am like hoping that we go lower today. So I was trying to like anticipate that. Might have been the wrong move. This is a nice 15-minute bearish candle though. All right, maybe I'm speaking out of school. Maybe we're going to be okay. Okay, come on, chat. Just drop it for one more low. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. I swear to God, NQ, if you go back up to the highs, ES looks like it should make another low here. I swear to God, NQ. Come on, NQ. Do what you have to do. Do what you have to do, NQ. Come on. Come on, NQ. Don't do this. Come on. Just take out that low. You know you want to. Come on, NQ. You know you want to. You know you want to. Change in stated delivery, break of structure. No need to panic. I don't know, man. I still feel like it's anyone's game here. Like, again, I'm really concerned with this 15-minute bullish gap. We hit the midpoint. We had a decent reaction. I feel like if we're going to stay bullish, this is where it has to stay bullish. Otherwise, I think we're going lower. So this gap really needs to get inversed, but the bulls are going to defend this gap right in here, right? Okay. Come on. Okay. Let's go. Come on. A little more. A little more. A little more. Come to daddy. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, NQ. Just take us to where we need to go. Take out the swing low, NQ. Oh my goodness, NQ. You know, it's a Friday, guys. This type of stuff happens on Fridays, so I'm a little more cautious of it. Easy sell, one single candle to go. One more candle. Come on. Let's get this 1 minute candle to drop and take out that low. Here we go. Hurry up already, NQ. Come on. Okay, there we go. There we go. W's in the chat. I was on mute. We stay winning, Chad. We stay winning. We call out winning trades all day, every day. Look, it's going to sell down to the lows. Oh my God, I cut too early. Jesus. Okay, now I think we go to previous day's point of control. 80% setup, man. We out here. We are really out here. All right, what do we do now? So many W's. One trade a day. One trade a day. Just kidding. I take more than one trades a day, but you know what I mean. Like, wait for a good setup. Take the good setup, man. Did I get my 10K payout? Yeah, I got it last week. They paid me within 2 hours, man. Shout out Tradeify. 2 hours from request. It's in my bank account. Okay, yeah, let's do a giveaway. I'm down. Might as well. What do we have to give away? On Monday, I'm going to give away some Tradeify accounts. I got some locked in. They hooked me up. So we'll do that on Monday, though. Yeah, we got 4 accounts to give away. Let's just do it up. Let's start with top 1 futures. Zach, give me $100. I want to buy a CFD account. Okay, Jasmine, you've been spamming the chat, man. I may have to kick you. Only thing you talk about is giveaways. Now you're asking for money. The confidence in your direction is amazing, Zach. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. I need to get someone a mod in here. I may have to kick you, Jasmine. I'm sorry. I may have to ban you. If you do it again, I'm going to ban you. I just learned how to ban. I'm going to put you in a timeout. There we go. I just put Jasmine in a timeout. Joel says, I watched this and lost. Trading is indeed beautiful. Trading is beautiful, isn't it? Yo, I will say, I like my new chart colors. I think I made a good choice just darkening the screen a little bit, you know? All right, guys. As far as analysis goes, I'm telling you, where's our mod? I am the mod. I got it, though. We're coming to previous days POC, for sure. So we read that. We really did read this beautiful. We read this beautifully. Like, what did we do? Let's just recap before we do the giveaway. All right, let's recap this. So what did we talk about in the morning? Okay, in the morning at 8 a.m., we were here live. We were talking about this, right? We were talking about this AMD. Accumulation. Manipulation, right? And then anticipating distribution down to the previous day's point of control. Like, how do we add all this confluence together? So if we zoom out a little bit, we finally had a relatively good sell-off yesterday, right? Markets displaced lower, started making lower lows, lower highs. Cool. We have a retracement, deep retracement. We consolidate. If the trend's going to continue, on number one, we think we can follow this 15-minute trend for lower prices. Like, again, we're in a deep, deep premium on the higher time frame. Like, it's about time we pull back. Whatever. Cool. Shorts can be on the table just for that alone. But this is where we incorporate volume profile into the mix. We have volume profile. We have the 80% setup in play, right? Again, guys, I have a whole video on this on my YouTube channel where I put out technical analysis. Where's my 80% setup? It's this one right here. I'm going to link this in the chat for you guys. So I'll link this in the chat. This is a whole video on the 80% setup. Bam. So we know that roughly 80% of the time, the market is going to tap into the previous day's point of control. So I use it as a magnet for price. Now I'm stacking confluence in my favor, right? We have two things. We have previous day's point of control. We have a clear imbalance. And we have AMD up at the highs. Also, midnight open, right? We break below midnight open. If it's going to stay bearish, we want to see that area hold as resistance. So instead of chasing this move down, which is, listen, you could have made money shorting a lot of this if you're looking for a base hit. But I didn't do it because there was just no pullback. I wanted to, I really just wanted to see us get a nice retracement. So I wait. We didn't engage the previous day's point of control. So look where I get in. Now, it wasn't the perfect entry, but it was right before we slow down and now go lower. Okay, I'm not getting in here. I'm not getting in here. I'm not getting in here. I'm waiting for a deep enough retracement back to premium, right? If I pull a fib here, let me put on the 50% retracement. I'm only getting short once we're above the 50% retracement. It's just a good entry. We have this gap in mind to hold, and yeah, then we get our trade. Yeah, you guys are spamming. It's kind of annoying me. You're what are you doing? You're like distracting me. I was just giving some sauce, and you guys are spamming. Who are these people? Do you think this is this Jasmine coming through? Hey, Josh is up 300 on Tradeify. Nice, dude. I love it. Great trading. All right, well, guys, stream's almost over, so let's run the giveaway. Let's run the giveaway. These spammers are annoying me though. I don't want any. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna watch these names. So this name, Dave's World, Denis, I'm gonna check this, and if you guys are the ones who win, I'm not giving you the account. I'll tell you that right now. Get a little saucy in here. I'm telling you. Appreciate the education, Zach. Thank you, man. All right, let's run this giveaway, guys, before we head off. Let's give away a Blue Guardian account. But don't type Blue Guardian in the chat because I don't want to confuse people. Type Match Spooky. Okay, we got our Halloween flash sale going on. So if you do not win an account, perfectly fine. You can come over to Prop for a Match, use code Match Spooky, and get the best discounts on some of your favorite prop firms. We got Maven, Blueberry Funded, Bright Funded, Seacrest Markets. You got Top 1 Futures on there. So type in the chat Match Spooky to enter. I'm going to give you guys like 20 seconds. Let's do quick ones. I'll give you like 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's run this. All right, you ready, guys? All right, no more entering. So if you're still entering, it doesn't matter. I got all the names up here. So no need to keep entering, guys. All right, let's run it up. This is for Blue Guardian. We'll give away 2 Blue Guardian and then 2 Top 1 Futures. Momo Do Joel. 2, you won a single Blue Guardian 25K standard account. Congratulations. Now to claim your account, all you got to do is go over to Prop for a Match support, okay? Prop for a Match support on X. I'll link it in the chat for you right here. Congrats. And you can go ahead and claim your account. I see you in the chat. There you go. Remember, guys, Halloween special. You can get 6% off at Maven with code SPOOKY or code Match Spooky and a ton of other accounts. We got a good Halloween flash deal going on. Yep, I'm giving away another account. We're going to use this same list, though, guys, okay? So this list, let's give away 1 more Blue Guardian. Let's do it. Yes, Smart Tech. Nezuko was here. He claimed his account, guys. Like, chill. Beyond Edge. Beyond Edge, you won a Blue Guardian account as well. Congratulations. NQ is being weird. A little bit. I mean, it gave us a nice move. I'm not going to complain about NQ today. Beyond Edge, you are the winner. I see you in the chat. So, yep, just go to PFM support on X, DM them, show them your YouTube name, give them a timestamp, and you're good to go. Remember, guys, it takes a couple of days usually for them to get back to you. So, like, they're not going to just, if you DM them, they're not going to answer you within 5 seconds, most likely. Like, give it some time. It takes a day or two to get the process going. And remember, also, if your country happens to be restricted with Blue Guardian or whatever firms we're giving away, there's nothing we can do. So always double check that. But that's, that's up to you to double check those things. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, we got 2 Top 1 Futures accounts to give out. So let's go. This is for Top 1 Futures. Bam, Alex Sousa. Congrats, Alex Sousa. You want a Top 1 Futures Elite account? Again, just to claim your account, you're going to go over to PFM Support on X. Congratulations. If you're not on the list, you missed it. I'm sorry. Come back on Monday. I'm giving away Tradeify accounts on Monday. I'm giving away, we got a ton of giveaways. Every single day we do this, guys. So there's no worries. Congrats, though. All right, last account. This is the last one, guys. So you got one more chance to win here. And then we're going to wrap up. So let's do this, all right? One more Top 1 Futures account. Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. I feel like Tarak has won this week. Can I double check that? Tarak, let us know if you've won this week, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you've won any of those, you're not going to be able to claim another account. So let me know in the chat real quick if you've won this week or not. Okay, you won last week. You're good to go then, bro. All right, so you're all good. I hate when, this is why I can't even say it, because then people in the chat come through and they're like, yeah, he did already win. Yeah, if you won last week, he's fine. You can win once per week. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry. All right, congratulations to all the winners on the accounts. We gave away a lot of accounts today, all week. Man, yeah. I mean, we took a winning trade. How's that NASDAQ doing right now? What did it end up doing? Well, we'll pull back up. We're gonna go lower. I feel very confident in that. We're gonna go down, and we just created equal lows right here. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that we take out these equal lows and actually engage the previous day's point of control. I'll call that confidently. I don't care how long that takes. It's going to happen. But yeah. All right, guys. I mean, we called out winning trades. We took some payouts. We gave away accounts. We had good interviews. And we're going to do it all again next week. So yeah, I don't want to leave you guys for too much longer. It's Friday. Go relax, get off the charts if you need to, enjoy your weekend, spend time with the family, do some back testing if you need to lock in and focus, do that. You got to do what you got to do. But all right, guys, I will see you in November on Monday. All right, peace and love, and yeah, trade safe. Peace.